Welcome to the finale of Clockwork Vines, Group 1, aka Whisper Gardens. A group so successful in their mission, they haven't actually gotten to the Whisper Gardens yet. That was the actual theme of their entire group. But that's because they are special. And I mean that in a loving, caring kind of way. Uh, I am Honey, aka Honey and Dice. I will be your keeper this evening as we run through a modified Call of Cthulhu slash basic role playing session. Botanical steampunk at its finest. What's botanical steampunk? They ask me that, and I say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. That's just something that's in my mind. um, it basically is the same system as Call of Cthulhu, a roll under percentile system, except that we have removed the sanity mechanics and also pulled things from basic role playing to make things more balanced. There's a couple of things that are missing, but it hasn't really mattered yet. Things like the rate of healing and so on. There's actually calculations for that, but I forgot to put that on people's sheets. So don't die. Um, with that said, we remove the sanity mechanics because that is not a necessary mechanic to roleplay through important narratives. But outside of that, if you're looking to rules lawyer, it's kind of hard to be a lawyer of rules that you don't know. So don't worry about it. With that said, we're going to go to each person as they tell you who they are and who they are playing. We're going to do a quick recap about where we are, and then we're going to enter into the finale. I am so excited and nervous and so proud of all the players who have gotten us to this point in the story so far. And so we will begin with Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul. I am playing as Modus. And he's just trying to figure out, will we reach our destination today or will we die before that?
Ryan.
Hey, I'm Ryan. I'm playing Samuel, chemist, and I'm pretty much wondering the same thing. Not many of us are gonna survive.
Just love the optimism. Um, Velvet.
I don't know what Ryan's talking about. Desdemona's definitely gonna survive. Super not sure about anyone else though. Oh, and I'm Velvet. I use they, her pronouns, and Desdemona uses she, her pronouns. You can tell we are all in fun form tonight.
Rowan.
Hello, lovely people. I am Rowan, they, them. Tonight I am playing the role of Sim Valentine, he, him, loving father who is prepared to kill everyone here to protect his son. What?
Oh, Justin. Noir.
Hello. Hi, I'm Noir. He, him pronouns, just like the character Sai. He, him, and also he's published. I just want to take a quick second to give a shout out to our sponsors for today. Uh, so I should definitely have been more prepared for that, but I have been running a little late. So just a really quick shout out to Tabletop Loop. Thank you very much for sponsoring us. If you're watching, you can get yourself 15% off on Tabletop Loop by using the code Shield Bomb. Also, shout out to Heartbeat Dice. You can get 10% off with Heartbeat Dice using the code Chromatic. And just a general shout out to Roll20 for for featuring one of Chromatic Chimera shows on their spotlight. So thank you guys very much. And also, I am going to survive. I'm not sure about the rest of y'all. I'm a Highlander. I can't die.
Challenge accepted. All right, my precious baby Bella.
Hi, I'm Isabella, aka Ella, aka Bella, she, her. I will be playing Cassiopeia, the woman whose name I can never seem to really pronounce correctly. Hopefully, she doesn't die. She does, she's lived a life. Hopefully they don't put Khan, on her headstone. That'd be a little awkward because that's not her real name. If anyone thought that was her real name, then I'm so sorry. That's her occupation.
Your last name is Khan, and that's an ironic last name because your constitution is bad.
Bum, bum, bum.
Damn.
Yep, this is going to go well. Alrighty then. Who wants to give a quick recap? Our lore keeper.
I assume that's going to be me, because I like taking notes because I'm a nerd. Hey, so last week, our resident scientists, Samuel and Asmodeus, did some research on the mysterious bronzed carrots that we pulled out of the fields, and found that their coating was similar to the seed that Sim's son, Cal, had found earlier in the campaign, which was revealed to be some sort of transmitter that Cal had apparently been having conversations with, and learned that the plants were never supposed to mix with humans or human DNA, and was gifted a very lovely and somewhat frightening poem. Desdemona made a helmet out of a pumpkin. And we decided to split off into several different groups to accomplish various tasks. Samuel and Asmodeus stayed behind to do some more research regarding the plants and the seed transmitter thingy. Sim and Cassiopeia decided to head to the interned hospital to investigate that further, while Desdemona and Sai made their way to the Countess of Moss Meadow Estates for a meeting that had been arranged, although I believe they are heading there prematurely.
Yep, that's about it. Because they decided to split the party into multiple.
And there's something special about somebody reading back to you the dumb shit you decided to do last week.
There's something really, sad about hearing the choices you made.
I feel like that happens more often for others than some.
Listening to Roland explain in such a calm, silky tone the dumb shit that we decided to do.
We said this is fine, and then Rowan's voice is the narrator's voice going, it wasn't.
It was not.
Yeah, literally, they were like on record scratches, like, they were in fact not fine.
I mean,
the two lowest charisma, arguably, are going to talk to the Countess. I'm so excited.
damn, I might not survive this shit.
Maybe, best case scenario, maybe she's a huge fan of sci-fi novels. Yeah, maybe she's really into them because she's like bored and has too much time on her hands.
Or she has good taste.
Oh yeah, whatever, whichever.
Or needs coasters.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'm in full support of a party.
Oh, it's a finale! I can't. Oh no, I'm gonna miss you
There
guys
are some high
so
levels
much.
of sodium on this stream.
We're having a good time. We love each other on this stream.
I can do this. All right. So with that, we are going to actually start with the duo heading up to the Moss Meadows estate. Why? Because I rolled a dice, because I did not want to make that decision myself. How are you finding your way to the Moss Meadows estate?
I believe we received the invitation. Correct?
Well,
Yeah.
Someone told you that they would set up an appointment for you to come speak to her.
Yeah, but did the mistress like see us? Oh no, she saw us and walked away. Oh
Yep.
shit. Okay. No, that's cool. So we'll just I mean, Decibel, do you have any ideas? Because I was just gonna go about asking people politely.
So I was just gonna pick a direction and keep walking in that direction.
Okay, yeah, I should probably ask people. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of walk up to somebody, hopefully somebody that hasn't seen me in my antics. Just hey, is there any chance you can give us directions to the manor?
Give me a charisma roll, please.
Can I argue for persuade?
This is not to convince them to give you the information. This is to get them to talk to you.
Okay, charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Where's charisma?
It's at the top.
Strength, deck size, 8. Appearance. Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, I'm not bad at this. Hey.
Yeah, mine's not. Yeah.
I rolled a 4. My charisma is 65. So I had to turn my swag off for a hot second. Like, oh, excuse me, Desdemona. I got this. Like, just the time.
My charisma's not even that low, Bella.
Directions, you say?
Yes, I could. We're just trying to see the sights, and we could use directions to the manor.
Oh, the Countess's manor.
Yes, that's the one.
We want to go there on purpose.
Yes.
Well, I suppose I could give you directions, but you've got to promise to get me something in return.
What you trying? What would you like? Would you like? Is it an autograph?
Why would I want your autograph?
Because I'm a famous novelist.
Am I talking to a famous person?
I don't like to brag, but yeah.
Oh, well, if you promise to come by and see me before you leave and tell me all about the manor.
What's this person look like? Depending on the answer, this gonna go a whole different way.
You see a woman in about their mid-30s, good farm, stock, but pulled together. She looks like, could be mid-30s based on her clothing and how her hair is up sensibly and so on. But age is a little bit hard to tell. She might be younger than she looks. Dressed up for the fair, the supposed to be, has put a little bit of effort into clean clothes and so on, and is carrying a basket of posies. She was on her way into town.
Okay. Yeah, he goes. Yeah, I'll definitely make it a priority to stop by before I leave town.
Wonderful. Well, you see that hill, and she points off in the distance, and there's that hill, and there is the manor on top of the hill, and it looks like it might be a good 10 miles or so of a walk. It's, you see the silhouette of the manor. Apparently, you just go that way, and you keep walking, and then there's a pathway and gates and rich people stuff.
Oh, all right. Well, that sounds like the part of town I'm meant to be in. So I will. I'll be making my way. And can I get your name, please?
What do you mean the part of town you were meant to be in? She just adjusts that flower basket.
I'm simply saying that I was supposed to be on. I got on a train here, and I was supposed to stop at a certain point in town, and it would appear that the train's construction stopped before it reached the destination that I was meant to be in. So what you described simply sounds like the place that I was originally meant to be in.
Why would you be going directly to the Countess's place? If you're on a, wouldn't it be this? Are you saying that you're too good for the city? I mean, the town.
No, I'm saying that I was meant to go see the Countess directly because, well, see, she's a fan of my work, and we were going to have an interview together, me and her. And, well, with the train construction being delayed or halted, as it were, I was stopped in a part of town that I'm not familiar with. So I was simply commenting that I was trying to get to a destination. I didn't know where it was, and what you described sounds very much like where I was meant to be.
Roll me a fast talk.
Okay, that is a 70, and my fast talk is 75.
No, your persuade is 75.
Oh,
You don't
fuck!
have anything by fast
God
talk.
damn it. Okay, correction. My persuade, I was wrong. So I failed miserably.
Yep, you did. She just says, "Okay. Hey, everybody, I need you to come here. I've met someone who's such a big deal that he didn't actually come here to see us. He came here directly to meet the Countess, and he's too good for the town."
This person is putting words in my mouth. I did not say that. Perhaps there's a bit of a misunderstanding. I don't see why we need to get the town involved.
See something. There's 3 other people that start to approach a little bit concerned. They all have different baskets of stuff, and
Okay, and then I pull out my gun. No, I'm just kidding. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Justin, I swear to God.
So Desdemona, as this is happening and Sai is floundering.
I'm gonna
For
just
word.
walk up and drag him out of there.
Yeah.
Like, we have directions. Why are you bothering with small folk? This village is not even that interesting. There are giant exploding vegetables and crabs in the ground. There is reason nobody has come here through.
She kinda cute though. Okay, let's
And then
go.
I'll just lift a hand to like the basket people, be like, "It is no offense. I come from Tundra Village. We have wendigos and potatoes. It is not insult. It is just it is the way it is."
I'm gonna have to pull out my Bible, I swear to God.
All right. They kind of back up a little bit and just look at you suspiciously. A couple is like, I'm gonna go write a report. Who is that? Who are those people? And a couple wave, to Desdemona. And then one of them just points to Sai. You might want to check your friend. This is,
I didn't do anything. So Sai is adamant about this. I didn't do anything.
But they do not form a mob. You are able to continue.
Because I would have started blasting.
I'm
feel
glad
like
there was no mob. I
this
will
town is
neither
just against
confirm
me.
nor deny whether or not Desdemona has been previously chased away with pitchforks and torches, but your problem is you use too many words. You just asked for why. When they give you why, you just walk away. Why are
She
you
asked
trying to
for
find
the-
out the rest of the alphabet?
She asked for the why. I gave her an explanation. Then she tried to get a mob started. Still cute though.
So well.
You think I still got a shot, Desdemona?
Are you asking literal shots with your Bible, or do you mean like
I mean, I've got a shot with the Bible. Let's just, yeah. But, oh, never mind. Let's go.
I need both of you to roll luck for me, please.
Wait, we're rolling luck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come on, baby. Don't fail me now.
16 out of 75.
I just got it did not go well. 68 out of 45. I didn't even have the decency to roll 69.
Okay. So Desdemona is fine. Sign is you all start heading up the path. To everyone else, they just seem like tiny little gnats or little whiffs of, floaty dust on the air. But a couple of these dandelion like poofs that float on the wind land right on the back of your neck, and there's a bit of an itch that starts there.
It just kind of starts scratching.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. So now we're going to turn to another group. Let's go to the Investigate In group.
Okay. Cass. Okay, so how good are you? Because I have a plan. So how good are you at sneaking?
I think at this very moment, Cass is like trying to put on a disguise and stops. Is like, oh, we're doing the like sneaking, not get caught at all thing. We're not doing the pretending to be someone else in case we do get caught and then blame someone else. Let's say, I don't know, a woman who's a little bit taller than me, maybe a man who could maybe pass as you. We weren't thinking that route then. Okay, yeah. Sneaking, I'm pretty good. I mean, you kind of have to sneak a bit to get around places. Not like people are, following me or anything. That'd be crazy. I'm pretty good.
Okay, that's good. I mean, disguise doesn't seem like a bad backup.
Just in case. I am
Just in
technically
case.
better at sneaking just because I'm small. And then despite her giant chest, she's like, I'm really tiny. And I don't really draw a lot of attention to myself. So I feel I'm pretty good at sneaking around.
Right.
How are you
okay.
sneaking? Because last time you didn't really explain anything when you came running back. You just ran into me, and said it didn't go well.
Yes, right. I was thinking maybe I'd be a distraction because
Right.
I am bad at it.
Okay, so you be the
Like-
distraction. I go. Do you have anything you're looking for in particular?
It feels like a shady, like they're hiding something. They're
Yeah.
the people in the beekeeper outfits.
Yeah, Desdemona called them bee people, but I'm not really
Yes.
sure. It could be true, but I really somehow doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the bee people thing is about, but they were in beekeeper like outfits. So I think they're hiding something in like the back rooms kind of deal.
Okay.
Something to do with this sickness and whatnot and all of that. So I'll like distract them up front.
If I can ask, how
Yes.
are you going to distract them?
Right. That's what I was going to get to next. Can you punch me in the face?
I'm so sorry. We need to take like 3 steps back. I know you've seen me get like really violent with Sai, but for the most part, I don't like assault people really. That's not really my MO. Why do you want me to hit you?
Well, it's a makeshift hospital, right? So I'm going to pretend to be sick. But since I'm not actually sick, I figure a black eye is the next best option.
Oh, I don't like this. You adopted me literally today. I don't want to punch my new dad.
I'll punch my I'll hit myself if.
Okay. If I hit you, are we gonna be honest with Marty so he won't get mad at us?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't want to lie to Marty.
No. Listen, this
Okay.
is not the first time I've asked someone to punch me in the face so that I can
This
cause
is
a
not.
distraction.
This is really not comforting whatsoever that you ask people to do this for you often.
Well, okay, I'm often. It's just not the
Never
first
ask like
time.
I don't know, Sai to punch you, okay? Because I don't think he's gonna hold back. All
Okay,
right.
he's not here.
Thank goodness. Okay, let's. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna do it, and it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do it on the count of 3. She looks.
Okay.
Cass looks obviously so like I don't want to do this. She's just freaking out. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and she punches. Do we have to roll for that, honey? Okay, great.
Unless you want to see how badly you potentially fail against this.
Nah,
I
pass.
am trying to get hit.
Yeah.
I'll like lean my face in a little bit.
She underestimates how because you got close too early, and so she hits too hard and goes, "Why'd you get closer? Why'd you get closer?"
No, it's okay. Listen, I get punched a lot.
The more I hear about what you guys do, the more it's very worrisome. But it's fine. Okay, let's go.
All right.
I think she pulls up her hood and starts sneaking.
Well, I think we're just in the street. I don't think you have to
Yeah.
sneak yet.
Oh yeah, and where is this? We're walking. Are we walking? Are we near where Sarah and Desdemona might be like just have left? Okay, because
You're
that'd be
just
very funny if we saw the
too
town people.
past, just you do hear some like under here. I don't like at first I was kind of into it, and then he was just like, "Oh, that sounds like where I was supposed to be. What does that even mean?"
I shoot a glance at Sim because he and I both know who that for. We're not.
Yeah.
We need to go to like find them as soon as possible after this, right?
Absolutely.
Because together they might offend a lot of people.
Like everyone.
Everyone. And the woman that we were going to see does not seem like someone of a lot of patience, like Mama
No.
Myrtle is. So I feel a bit worried.
Yeah. Listen, we'll get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
That's a problem for future us.
Right, yes. Compartmentalizing. I'm definitely good at that. She stares off like she definitely is not good at that.
Alrighty then, and you make it to the inn, and it's much the same as when you left it the day before. A few people that are still sick, them regularly cleaning out bedpans and buckets and all the rest of that. All the people who are caretakers, dressed in the beekeeper like attire, as they drift about in the darkish, dankish, they haven't opened up the windows or so on, atmosphere.
All right. We go in together? Should we go in together?
No,
Staggered?
you go in. Oh, you go first, and then I'll sneak behind you.
Okay. I'll go in. Give me 45 seconds.
Yeah, and then I go in. Okay, I stand in the shadows. I probably do a weird pose in the shadows like this. But I have my thing on, and I'm like this. No one can see me. I am shadow.
Cassiopeia's just hiding behind a jacket or something.
Yeah, she's just like hiding this over her head. She's like, shh, you can't see me. You can't see me. If I can't see them.
Stealth tech. Yeah, there you go.
If I can't
you
see
can't
them,
see them, they can't see you.
That's just the rules.
That's the one.
Okay.
I'm so glad I'm okay at sneaking, actually.
So, describe to me, Sam, what does your distraction look like as you stumble in, freshly beaten?
I sort of like push the door open as quickly as I can. Just hoping no one's behind it. And run into the middle of the large chamber and just go, can I get some help, please? I drank some milk and now like my I have a black eye and I feel sort of like vomity and I think my hair is like all my hair fell out. What? How did that happen? Please.
Can you go ahead and roll me? This is just to help me. A
Oh,
charisma check, please.
Mm-hmm.
oh
I
man.
can do that. Oh, I almost grabbed a d20. That's not what I need. I rolled a 15 out of 75.
You put on quite the performance. And it's not necessarily that you can easily tie baldness and black eye to what they're dealing with, but it is a suitably distracting um, situation that you have created. As a couple of the caretakers just stop and just stare at you for a moment, and then one of them comes up. Excuse me, have you been? Okay, don't smell alcohol. Come, we'll just have a seat. Um, who did this to your face?
It was the milk. The milk did it. And like I'm itchy on like one side, and Sim just starts listing off all the like symptoms that like Cal has had over the past couple years, all those like weird kid sicknesses.
Wow. Okay. Just please. There's a couple that come to escort you to a bed to have you sit as they're going. What's going on? I don't know.
Am I
Just
gonna die?
no, no. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
If I'm gonna die, I need to talk to my husband. Oh no. Oh
Oh, your
no.
husband. Who is your husband? We can. I definitely think we need to find. One of them says a responsible party. Shh. No, like a. Um, you know, it's not like he's wearing a tag that says "in case of emergency contact." Okay, look, we're supposed to be being kind and gentle. Dude just said milk gave him a black eye.
Oh my
I
god. My husband drank the milk too.
Really quick,
Is
thank
he
you,
gonna be
Encounter.
okay?
Really quick, thank you, Encounter Roleplay, for the raid. We appreciate it.
oh you poor people.
Welcome, lovely people.
Um,
Hey guys, who rated, don't drink milk. Milk will give you all kinds of kid sicknesses.
Ooh boy. Um, so as you're listing your ailments, Cassiopeia, give me your roll.
Great. Do. I'm feeling really probably fine about this. Okay, yeah. 33 out of 70.
Yep, you are able to sneak in there.
I probably do like a very Pink Panther, like.
I'm going to increase the difficulty if you were doing your own soundtrack.
Fine. I don't do the soundtrack. It's in my head.
Yeah, just gonna put that out there, honestly.
Darn. A bummer.
But you, as you continue on your way,
I think she walks by. She's sneaking by. She doesn't realize what Sim's gonna say. So she's like sneaking by, hears the symptoms, and like slightly pauses. Is like, that's what he's going. Okay, we're just gonna check on by. That is not my job. My job is not to persuade anybody. Let's just go.
and you turn and you make your way down a hall, and there's the doors that are closed, and you're able to make your way down into the kitchen area where Sim was originally endeavoring to go. If you continue, I don't know what you're looking for or what
Right.
specifically you are trying to reach.
I think she's looking around for anything that looks like the patients aren't allowed to go near. Like if the patients aren't going anywhere near a certain area, that obviously is a restricted area, and we want to go to where the restricted is. So can I roll? Here's what I'd like to roll. I'm already doing a bit. Here's my idea. I would like to roll a spot hidden to find like, I feel like Cass has spent a lot of time in really sus places, and so she's got a very good sense of like everyone avoids this alley because that's where like people get mugged, or like this alley, and it's just the aura around it. And can I see if I can find like using spot hidden, find the creepy weird area or the area that seems like everyone's avoiding on purpose?
Sure.
Honey loves me secretly a little bit. Yeah, okay. I got 55 out of 65.
You notice with that, and I'm going to fudge some stuff here for the sake of narrative.
Yay.
You notice that all the sick people that you can actually see are kept out in that main hall area.
Mhm.
As you go down there's doors that are shut, but those doors don't ever seem to be opened. But down at the end of the hall, where these doors are shut, you see one of the individuals in the
Beekeeper.
keeper-like outfit come out of the room with um, a covered basket, but you swear you see some little, maybe it's branches, maybe it's leaves, maybe it's just greenery that you see peeking out of that basket as they quickly make their way back to the kitchen area.
That's so suspicious. I think in her mind she's like, they do look like beekeepers. I think okay, so when she leaves the door, like when she's walking out of the door, does it look like the door is like one of those deadlock kind of doors? Like you can tell there's like a key. Okay, cool. I wait until she's gone, and then Mission Impossible, do a roll, all those bullshit, and then get over there and open the door. But like sneakily, like I do that thing where you like slowly turn
like
it.
to do acrobatics to make your way down the hall. That would be what does the sheet say? That would be a agility roll. But if you would like to just walk down the wall, what's your
I guess. Actually, you know what? Will it be a hard agility or would just be
just regular?
Okay, I have an 80 to agility, so I actually will. Okay, yeah, I got 26 out of 80.
So it may not be necessary, but as part of your getting down the hallway that no one is currently in, stealthily, with all of your rolling and shimmying and other fancy moves, you make your way down to the end of the hallway with style and grace and find yourself before the door that just was closed.
Okay. I do that thing where we've talked about this, where I turn the door so it doesn't make like the doorknob, like it doesn't make a noise, and then I slowly open and try to go in as quietly as possible.
I need you.
Okay. I'm so nervous.
Just, are you going to go into the room or just stand there? It's dark, no candles have been lit. There's a figure that looks like it's standing near a window, and then there's a singular cot in the room.
So there is a window, so I can see a little bit. Okay, so what time is it? Is it like daylight?
The curtains have been drawn. They're standing near the window. You can only see that because of some of the light that's coming from where you are.
I'll stand for a second, try to get my eyes to adjust, and then I'll try to go in.
Okay. Give me a luck roll, please.
My luck roll is arguably okay. Okay. I got a 67 out of 70.
Okay, so it doesn't scare you,
Oh,
but you could
I
have,
don't want to be scared.
or it may scare you. That I'll give you that autonomy for freaking outness. The figure that seemed like it was close to the window, when you enter, it's closer to the cot than it was the window, but you didn't hear any footfalls, you didn't hear it move. There was just a figure near the window and then a figure near the bed.
Right. Now I'm a little panicked. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to like watch for a second and like try to move very quietly so that my feet don't make any steps, and see if I can get like from like not like closer, but like from a different angle to look at them, so that so it's more like I'm standing in a way that I can try to see as much dimension as possible. Because like when you're standing at someone straight on, when it's dark, it's very hard to make out any face or anything. But when you move slightly, you can see a little bit. I would like to try to do that.
Give me another luck roll, please.
I'm gonna get startled. It's gonna jump on me or something. Okay, 60 out of 70.
And you see that when you move to do that to get a better glimpse, you see the silhouette also seem to move.
Okay, well, I tried to do this as I would try to hold back on this as long as possible, but I have a traveling Lampbox. Can I use my what's it called, matches, like to light it up?
Mm-hmm.
I light it up and then look at what it is, and I stand kind of far away.
You see a beautifully sculpted topiary, best way I can describe it, that looks like it is slowly molding and shaping and adjusting itself to
Oh,
be
no.
a perfect replica of your own figure.
Oh, not again. I said it out loud. Oh, not again. Shit.
And as soon as you light it, it goes from standing near the bed to standing right in front of you, about a foot away.
Cool. I stand still for a second and go. Can I touch my neck? Can I see what my neck's doing? I want to check.
Nothing.
Nothing? It's not moving?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so then this is just. Okay. I pull out my gun, but I don't make any movements like I'm gonna. No, actually, I'll leave my gun for a second and say, "Okay, plant thing, we meet again." I don't know if like plants, you know how water has memory, plants have memory. But we've met before. You've taken my shape already. You put something in my neck. I'm not mad at you or anything, as long as you don't, turn me into a plant. My scientist friend said they're gonna figure this out.
When you say your scientist friend, you see where the facial area, the leaves do this sort of flicker back and forth, and you can swear the shape shifts ever so slightly into something similar to Asmodeus, and then shape goes back to what it was originally.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Why are they keeping you here by yourself? Are you okay? Is this against your will, or do you want to be in a dark room? You're a plant, so I assume you must, like sun, right? Oh man, this is bad. I don't want to kill it.
You slowly see every tilt of your head or movement that you make, it just mirrors in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards the door.
Okay, as you start, are you going to turn your back, or are you going to
No,
walk
I'm gonna
back?
step backwards. I'm gonna be doing that thing since she's there. I'm gonna say she because we're the same gender right now. I'm gonna back up, while moving like she's moving. So then we're doing a little dance, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the door from behind me and act like I'm about to walk out the door. And then I think I'm gonna I hold the door open and walk in out a little bit, still facing at her. Does she follow me?
She follows you right to the edge of the door where it's open and just reaches out a hand.
Oh, I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. I know I should call for Sim. I know I should. But I feel so bad because it looks like me. Okay.
Is it like a grasping hand or like a
No, just
take my hand?
Take my
And it looks
hand.
like my hand?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any sisters or anything. It's very odd to see someone look like me. It's very... in your credit, I'm going to reach out my hand. In your credit, you didn't attack us unprovoked before. There was some shooting always happening to you first. So I'm going to say you're peaceful. I would like to, in that moment when I'm reaching out, I would like to... I don't know if this is a good idea. Oh, okay. I would like to try to... grabbing her might be... when you say topiary, from the way that her feet are and stuff, does it look like she's rowing from the ground? You know what I mean? Or does it look like she's almost statically there? Like she's not connected to anything else?
It just looks like a person. If a person was made into a topiary and vice versa, with no roots or anything in the ground, is just moving like you're moving.
She's reaching. Okay, well, I don't have time to wonder. So I reach out, I'm saying all this stuff. I grab her hand and I try to pull her out the door and shut the door.
Give me a strength roll, please.
I'm not super strong. Oh, man. Okay. Did I use my luck already? Oh, no, it's a new day. Okay. Worst case scenario. We use golden coin. Oh, I'm not so strong. I'm just kind of okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. Please. Okay. I got 26 out of 65.
What is your strength?
My strength is 65.
I mean,
Uh,
the number itself before it gets added
Oh,
up.
32 or 13.
13.
Mhm. Oh my god, this is so harrowing. It was so much more fun when we were shooting at giant creep things. I don't like having one-on-one combat with.
You got this.
This is so
I believe in
psychologically
you.
harrowing.
What? Call of Cthulhu is scary?
True.
You
I
get
feel
allied
like
with the plant symbiote. We'll need to defeat you with a sonic weapon.
I know. If I feel
Or,
like somewhere
fire.
I feel like somewhere deep inside,
Okay.
I feel like Desdemona's like words echoing in my ear about like the underground people and like having to defeat them one-on-one, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, was she right?
That's my force ghost hovering behind you.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, jeez, if that woman was correct, I'd lose my mind.
Well, as
One-
that is
One step
happening,
closer to the fire.
as you feel originally a gentle resistance, and then just as strong as you think you're not, this other entity is just as strong as you're not, and it's almost pulling against yourself. And then in a snap moment, you feel yourself pulled back through the door towards the topiary, and embraced in their arms and held in place.
Is it like tight?
It's pretty tight. It almost feels like it's pulling you in. You feel the branches and the leaves and so on, sticking and scratching against your clothing and so on, as it just inhales deeply and starts to hug you into itself.
It inhales?
I have a mentally freak out for a second. I first of all, I'd like to freak out, and then I'd like to. I think I freeze up because, as previously established, Cass doesn't get a lot of hugs, so she's just like, okay, now I'm being hugged by a plant. I'm being hugged by children and parents, and now a plant. This is a weird time for me. This has been like 4 days of absolute chaos. I don't. I think she stands there for a while. Then she's like, I'm getting a weird feeling that you don't want to hurt me, which is like a little weird because you are me. So I always assume that things like this, you would be like, I don't know, trying to replace me. Her face like did a weird thing when I said something about scientists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I pull back a little bit? Not like try to get away from her, but like try to look at her face.
Mm-hmm.
And try to see when I say something like, how do you feel about the Countess? Does it change?
The face shudders as if it's trying to change, but it can't, and it does this weird morphy thing. And then for a moment, you see the greenery part, and you see the facial features of, you see a young individual, freckled faced. Eyes are closed, so you really can't see what color the eyes are. Reddish brown eyebrows, like someone is inside of it, and then it quickly grows back over the face.
My heart's beating so fast, guys, in real life. I think, how do you feel about the railroads?
The embrace gets tighter,
Oh,
and
you
it
don't
just
like-
starts walking backwards, back
Oh.
towards where it was standing.
Okay, we're going backward. All right. Just like, all right, guess we're going backwards. All right, cool.
All right, so we will leave you there with your new friend for a moment.
Not my friend.
You're gonna leave her there?
Literally.
Oh god, the pun. And turn to the scientists to check on them for a second. How's it going?
Oh, after I
Good.
destroyed the sample. I think I'm just gonna continue asking questions if it still responds. How do we separate the plant from the person?
How do you remove a plant from a garden?
Hmm, that sounds pretty involved.
Samuel hasn't done a lot of gardening, huh?
I'm gonna remove him from flesh though.
All right, well, okay. I concede.
Just have to be more deliberate, more careful, or give it a better place to live.
Do you know who's controlling the plants here?
Plants aren't controlled, they're given just enough autonomy to mimic whatever behaviors necessary to survive.
Hmm, understandable. Do you know who's giving them the sentience that they have now?
I'll tell you a story. Once upon a time, there were three friends. One was good with machines, one was good with plants, and the other was good with people. We worked very, there's a stutter. They worked very carefully together to try to do something to make the world a better place. But some have lost their way. And now we're here.
Is this something that needs to be stopped, or will it just stay here in this area?
I think there, when you prepare for a war, you stockpile your weapons. I haven't seen my friend in a very long time, but I know how angry she is. But she wouldn't cross the line. She couldn't cross the line.
What
She
makes you say
can't
that?
cross the line. There's a shake after a pause. She can't cross the line.
Hmm. And should we stop her, or would you rather talk to her yourself?
If it was that simple, we wouldn't be here. When you talk to her, remind her, and then the seat just goes quiet. For a good a minute ticks by, 3 minutes tick by, 5 minutes tick by, and eventually there's a soft crackle. I think I think I misunderstood. I don't think she's giving them autonomy. I think she built them and lost the key.
Hmm.
And then there's just silence.
Okay. Samuel will turn as Modus. What do you think's the next move?
As Modus looks at his notebook because he was taking notes during the conversation, I'm not sure we know for sure, but I get a feeling the Countess is likely the she.
Hmm.
Um, I guess what I'm unsure of is there's three of them, and if the Countess is one and this voice is the other, we have a mystery one out there that we don't know about.
I assume that's why they went quiet.
Yeah,
People don't just get angry for no reason.
no. Um, but I feel like we need some more information.
The Countess probably has the answers we need to know.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best place to go. But we need to. I think we need to be careful when you're dealing with people who have a lot of hate. Who knows what they're thinking, and especially given what we've seen so far.
Yeah, though it may not be her that's hating.
No.
But yeah, we need to be careful. Samuel will stop dismantling the setup in the kitchen because he did promise he would clean up the kitchen.
Yep.
Uh, Asmodus, I need you to give me an idea roll right quickly.
Okay. Let me pull up my sheet. 'em 17 out of
Well,
70.
okay, go. God dang. Okay.
I picked the right dice.
As your help, I assume you're gonna help clean up.
Of course.
And you're thinking about, not only the meteor shower, and you're thinking about the star watching you did the night before. There's a thought that crosses your mind that seems super far fetched, but it's just this thought that crosses your mind. One, the stars were far too close. The extra stars are far too close. And two, if someone can build a plant that is not a plant, would it be possible for someone to build a star or a cloud or something else that is not what it actually is?
Okay. As that idea comes to me, I'll repeat it to Samuel and share it with them. And to remind me, how many extra stars did we see? Was it three? Yeah, I had a feeling that was the answer.
You also both have remembered since you got to town, they talked about how it had been raining more than it should be raining, and how somehow there was something poisonous that got, they still don't know where it came from, that has trickled down and infected the cows. And there's just been weird weather going on. And tonight is the night of the meteor shower.
think that's a coincidence.
I doubt we'd be so lucky.
Hmm.
Um, I wonder if they try to do something with the meteors.
Wondering what.
I don't know. What if they could direct them? What if they could deflect their paths?
That would be interesting and dangerous.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, it's only one way to find out.
Yeah. We're definitely dealing with some very uh, dangerous people.
Hmm. We might not be able to stop it, but it'd be better knowing something about what's going on.
Yeah, we have to try.
Samuel would fill up a few syringes with various chemicals he has, being careful not to mix anything explosive or caustic to the syringe itself.
And with that startling revelation, we go back to Team One as they make their ease on down the road towards the Moss Meadows estate. How is this walk going?
It's going pretty all right. Just scratching the back of my neck and looking at Desdemona. Just so we should probably come up with a plan for when we get to the manor. Should we go in accusatory, like, what's up with all the weird stuff going on? Or I want to go home, make that happen. Or do we try and like woo? Like, what's the plan here?
I was going to decapitate Plantomancer, unless you have other ideas.
Plantomancer?
Yeah, controlling the plants, right? Like if there is necromancer with many skeletons, you kill the necromancer, the skeletons fall down.
Should we see if there's proof first that they're the Plantomancer, or what proof do we have that that's? I mean, if we kill the Plantomancer, will that stop all the plants? Or will the plants run free now that they're free of their master's control?
I am not sure.
I think
Could be either or.
We need to
But
be
at
careful.
least if there is no Plantomancer, the plants are not organized.
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Let's try talking first, and once he's lulled into a false sense of security, you know, whatever you feel you got to do, I'm with you.
This is why we are here. We are clearly the only two who really have the will to do what needs to be done.
Yeah, the rest of them just want to talk and just cause trouble. All right, let's go take down this Plantomancer once and for all. He cocks his gun.
There's definitely that like a zoom back as Sai cocks his gun, I cock my shotgun, and then it just like pans upward.
Gloria red twist the man.
I apologize. I have no regrets, but I do apologize.
So how does this play out, honey? We're coming for the Plantomancer.
Of course you are. I need you to give me some luck rolls, too, both of you, please.
Shoot. Okay. Okay, we can do this. All right, that was not bad. That's 20, and my luck is 45.
That's a 94, honey.
Hey, that's a 19.
Okay, and what's your second roll, Des?
Oh, there's two.
Mm-hmm.
All right, not bad. Second is a 52 out of 75.
Okay. So most of the walk goes uneventful as you stroll down this path. And the further you go, there's beautiful green pastures on either side of you. So ground is a bit soggy. Originally, it's only Sai who notices at first there's something glinting in the sky, like a star that you can see in the sky, even though it is not nighttime. Desmond, you do not see this one at all as you were walking.
I don't look up. Apex predators don't assume there's anything behind them or on top of them.
Of course not. And then the second one appears, and you both see that one as well.
Desdemona? What is this plantomancy?
No, no, there are no plants in the sky. That is probably sky falling. It is part of end times. I didn't think it would be that soon.
Wait. End times. Okay, that's a little ridiculous.
It is not more ridiculous than what we have seen so far. If you had told me, oh, sky will fall when we started this journey, I would have been like, Sai, that is nonsense. You were a foolishly foolish fool, saying foolishly foolish things. But now that we are here,
This can't be the end times. There's still so much left to do.
listen, you are Highlander. I don't know if you were involved in end times. You are welcome to go tell end times that it is not time for end times.
I'm just gonna yell out at the stars. It's not time for the end times yet.
You hear a rumble of thunder.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! It is the end times. How close are these star things?
They're pretty high up in the sky. They look like stars, but you know stars wouldn't be that bright, and they're just kind of occasionally flashing and floating along.
Okay, those aren't stars. That's some kind of trick. That can't be. It can't be the end of the world. Look, I've got two books that I have to come out with. You think this has got to be the plan? If we kill the Planter Mansion, we can stop the apocalypse.
But you are Highlander. You might know better than me as far as that goes.
You know what? This entire time I've been trying to find my purpose, and I think I finally understand what has to happen here. We need to kill the Plantomancer in order to stop the apocalypse.
And you hear behind you just a soft voice that's like, I have not heard such nonsense since I was in primary school. What are you doing? And it is the voice of the person that you think is a bee person.
Joke's on you, bee person. I never went to primary school.
That might explain something.
Do we see the bee person?
Yes, you do.
It's the bee person.
Bee.
Take off your mask, bee person, and show us your bee faces.
Got two options. You can stand here talking nonsense, or you can come with me before the rain begins and your skin begins peeling off.
I don't want my skin to peel off, Desdemona.
I don't either.
I'm kind of at a loss here. Like, is that a thing that happens?
Just, and Asphodel starts walking up the path.
Hey, and I pull out my gun. Who said you can leave? We've got to
stops.
We've got to figure this out, bee person.
Looks over their shoulder. Moves a hand to where they have the beekeeper hat and slowly removes it.
You keep those bees under control.
And you see a smoothly bald, super pale, we're talking possible albino pale individual with milky light blue eyes and this pinkish reddish burn like scars across their face and down under where their shirt begins. And they just turn and stare at you in that way that if you pull a gun on someone and they just look at you, no fear, no hesitation, no
He's
backing
giving me
up.
the anime protagonist turn.
I stand corrected. They are not made of bees.
You told me they were made of bees.
That was
I
safe
almost-
assumption at the time.
I almost shot this person, thinking that it would just go through a mess of bees.
So that would have been bad mood as well. If you puncture containment suit, the bees will start flying out.
I don't know that this person's made out of bees. They don't look like they're made out of bees.
So now we know.
I'm so tempted to lock you out and let the rain hit you. But
If you strike me down, not bee person, I will return more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
I'm
that
starting to
is
think
my
this person might be
fear.
legit with this rage stuff.
This is like a weed. It will just keep coming back. And I fear that is a similar trait that both of you. I do not get financially compensated enough to deal with this. And they go and put their
Wait,
hat back on.
sir,
Assuming
person
mm-hmm.
that's not made of bees.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a plantomancer?
They just start walking. So
You just see Sai put the gun in the Bible and kind of looks to Desdemona.
They didn't say no.
I don't know what to believe. Am I even the Highlander? And I start to follow the beekeeper.
You must have questions.
I've got so many.
Wonderful. I'm going to take quiet pleasure in the next 10 minutes it takes for us to walk, knowing that you are brimming and burning with questions, and I do not have to answer a single one of them.
Well, what's to stop us from making you stay in the rain with us?
Slowly takes off the hat and the veil and looks over their shoulder at you. No blinking. They have no eyelashes and no eyebrows.
I mean, you might be able to take me, but I don't know if you can take me and Desdemona. And we've got guns.
Slowly puts the thing back on. And I have poison, but you don't see me flexing on that.
Just answer our questions. This place, there's so many questions and no one tells us anything. And I just want to go home and finish my book and be treated like the celebrity that I am.
Well, if you survive,
Not one person has asked for an autograph. And honestly, it's
If I
starting to
ask
take
you-
a toll.
if I ask you for an autograph, will you please shut up for the next 10 minutes?
Will you mean it?
I will absolutely mean. Please sign your name on a piece of paper that I give you and shut up for the next 10 minutes.
10 whole minutes? Okay.
Don't sign your real name.
Who am I making this out to?
Asphodel,
That's Fidel.
what they call me.
Oh,
Change one of the letters in your name. If you give them your true name, they may try to banish you.
I don't know if I believe you anymore, Desdemona. You told me this person was made of bees.
You've only seen my neck and my face.
Oh my god, you are made of bees?
I never thought I would be deriving this much pleasure from leaving someone in a state of not knowing whether or not
Like,
I am physically made up of flying
are
bees.
you or are you not made of bees? It's very important for the autograph. Because if you're made of the bees, I'm going to write from side, always nice to meet a fan, keep believing. And I'm spelling it with 2 E's. So this is very important to me.
Are you going to finish it with "Have a nice day"?
Maybe.
I suppose you could also sign it with "Come back soon."
Asphodel just starts walking. Just starts walking.
I'm just gonna sign the autograph and I'm going to like poke to get their attention to give them the autograph and also to feel if they're made out of bees.
Give me a stamina roll, please.
Okay. 36 and my stamina is 45.
All right. The moment you touch their clothing, your finger starts to feel like it's burning, but you're able to jerk your hand back fast enough to not get any lasting damage.
I got stung.
No, you did not get stung. They are very stingy with that because it makes them also die. That is how they kill
Stung me.
wasps. They
One of them
vibrate to
stung me.
create body
One
heat.
of them, Desimoda, one of them stung me. I'm so sorry I downed you. They're made out
Asphodel
of bees.
just says, I do not get paid enough for this. As they continue leading you up to the manor. We're going back to inn, people. Cassiopeia is being hugged by a plant. Sim is being all the worst answers from WebMD right now.
Absolutely.
I love that for him.
Is it cancer? I think it might be cancer.
They're just like, no, that is not it. Although check their ears for plant buds. Just shh.
I'm sorry. What? Why? Does the milk? Oh my gosh! They always told me that if I ate the watermelon seeds, then a watermelon would grow inside me. Were there watermelon seeds in the milk? Is it growing out of my ears now?
Oh my goodness, why did Asphodel leave? No, we've just if you have any plants growing out of you, sir, you have to tell us.
I don't want to be a watermelon.
And again, I'm sorry to interrupt, but thank you again for the raid break to stop it.
Always doing our
What
turn.
is this timing?
And it's pronounced watermelon.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
sure.
Oh.
Please, I had a cousin who I saw him at a cookout, and then I never saw him again. I think he might have become a watermelon. I don't want to turn out like that. I can't. Okay.
Oh,
I have so much to live for.
Oh.
Just starts
Please-
hyperventilating.
Please come with us. We're gonna get you to a Are you? So you have been sprouting.
Not that I've noticed.
Okay, but there's bruising around the eye. Maybe there was. I don't know.
Do you think it's gonna come out of my eye?
That is one of the people that was helping. They go, all right, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm tagging out. You can deal with this.
I'm gonna
You
like
can do-
fall
this
to
is
my knees and grab the robe and be like, "You can't abandon me in my greatest time of need, please. I have no one else."
Oh, God. Okay. And the female sounding one is just, okay, calm down. We're gonna take deep breaths. and we're gonna take care of you. And she's gently kind of checking though, paranoid to make sure there's no flowers coming out of you or leaves or whatever. She's like, oh, okay, you're okay. Um, you'll be fine. You're perfectly fine.
But
You're a-okay.
I don't feel okay.
You don't sound okay, but I can.
No,
Okay.
my left hand,
Uh-huh.
it feels like my right hand. Why is it doing that?
I don't know. Why do you think that what's right feels left and what's left feels right?
The milk.
Alrighty then. Um, don't think the milk does that, but maybe your milk
It's
did this.
evolving.
Oh. Oh, okay. So let's just get you
The
to
milk
a
is
room.
evolving.
Yes. All right. The milk is evolving. And they're trying to gently guide you down the hallway that Cassiopeia just went down. Uh, do we have a clear room?
I'm just gonna collapse onto the ground and be like, "What? I can't feel my legs.
Oh no.
Why can't I feel my legs?
Oh no.
Why?
Okay.
Where'd they go? Where'd they go?"
Oh right. Why did Asphodel leave? I don't know. They were like, "Oh, we've got something to do," and I did. But I don't know how to deal with this.
I
I
can
don't
only
know.
feel half my fingers.
Oh.
Where is all the feeling going?
Okay. You just stay right here. Can you
The
just?
milk. It's absorbing my feeling to evolve.
You can swear you hear tears in her voice. It's just like,
I'm so
don't
I
sorry.
mean,
know.
you lose
Our
the feeling
healthcare
of the
workers do not deserve
extremities.
this treatment.
You're like consolidating into watermelon form. You don't need extremities.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
I. I.
Can I hear, since they're going down the hallway,
Yeah,
can I hear
you
this
can
whole thing?
hear
I'm being hugged and I'm like this. Sim?
I'm trying to keep them in the main room as much
Yep.
as I can, or like slow down their progression
Yeah,
towards
you're not quiet.
Cassiopeia.
You're not quiet, but there's a couple of people that are now coming out the kitchen. Like, what in the world? And she's like, they're talking about milk and his eye and his hands, and he's turning into a watermelon, and I don't know what to do. He just says,
Don't eat me. I won't taste good.
You're making me cry.
apparently he has a husband, but the husband also drank the milk, and does the milk make people turn into watermelons? What is happening? And they're like, oh god. And one of the older nurses comes in and is like, Lily, go to the kitchen. And this older, larger individual who's not wearing the full beekeeper, just the hat, and they're built like just a brick house. Just
Are they bigger than Desdemona?
Yes, this is a big person,
Are they bigger than me?
about your same size but female,
Okay.
and just sitting there.
Sim's not his match.
You need to find my husband. I don't want my husband to become a watermelon like me. It's too late to save me. But you can save him.
Please give me a strength roll.
Oh, okay.
I believe in you. That's your strength. Get it?
26 out of 85.
Okay, so what is your strength at its base though?
17.
17. And what did you get?
26 out of 85.
Okay, so they got a 12.
Ooh.
And you
They're
just
strong.
start to feel yourself being picked up and tossed over a shoulder. All right, just gonna get you in a room. Find you.
Can
your
I
husband.
use the training I have with Cal
Mhm.
and do that thing where kids just make themselves heavier?
Oh man. I'm
struggle
hearing
is
all of this and
real. Yeah.
totally being like,
Activate the dead weight trap card.
Yep.
oh,
Just
man.
you feel the individual that was picking you up stumble. Oh, okay. How? Oh, all right. That was something in my back. Okay.
Feel bad
All,
a
I
little
feel
bit.
that too.
all going on. Cassiopeia, you and your friend, you are being tugged towards the window.
So you're gonna throw me out the window, or am I going to go near the window?
You just hear eventually a soft whisper, like it's a lot of whispers at one time, like a rustle of tree leaves, but the rustle of tree leaves has been translated into words for you as you just hear very softly, and I watered it with fears, and I watered it with fears, and I watered it with fears.
Wait.
I watered it with fears.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm super not. You look
Why?
like me, so how am I supposed to be afraid of you?
But it's night and it's morning with my tears. With my tears. It's going to rain today. It's going to rain today. It's going to rain today.
Yeah, the rain makes things explode. I know, it's crazy. Wait a second. I think she has a moment where she remembers the bee people, the nurse coming out and having pieces of plant, and I like look. Can I look to see if she has anything removed from her, like if it looks any weird? And then I ask, are they taking pieces of you to help heal patients?
There's silence for a moment, and then you just hear, keeping me trimmed, keeping me neat, keeping me trimmed, keeping me.
Oh, so it's not against your will. Okay, that's good at least. Why are we
It's
giving you
real.
Great question. Just I don't know if she's supposed to
I'm
say it.
Cassiopeia the Con.
Okay, not cool anymore. Not cool. I want to fight her. I don't like it anymore. I want to get out. I want to get out. I try to do that thing. Does agility mean flexibility in any way?
Mhm.
Like, can I do sort of a backbend to try to get out of it?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to do that. Mhm. Yeah, I got a 45 out of 80.
Okay. You are able to start back bending and wiggling your way out of the hold. It is not neat or pretty, but it is effective as you
I'm like,
start
okay,
wiggling.
enough. Okay, I get it. You're me, I'm you. You water my plants. I pull out. I go through my pockets to try to find that stupid pull-up. I'm like, stupid. Where is it? Okay. I was. It grew both day and night till it bore apple bright. Right? Are you the apple bright? No, you're not the apple bright. Are you the apple bright? Oh my god, are you the apple bright?
Then you see the plant. You seem to pause when you said, okay. You're not me. I get, you start to, and you see it starts to morph and shape itself with the shuddering of leaves. And you see that it's slowly getting slightly larger as it grows. And you see the perfect form, silhouette form of Sim made out of topiary.
Oh, I don't love this. Wait, is this a game? Are you trying to tell me? I'm not the smart one. I'm not the smart one. Shit. Okay. Now you're being Sim. Do you know who Sim? How do you know who Sim is? You didn't ever transform into Sim. Can you turn into Sai?
Leaves rustle and it turns into perfect silhouette of Sai.
Oh, this is not great. Okay. Oh, fudge. Okay. Here's an idea. Okay, you want to go to the window. Can I go look out the window? What's out the window? I moved the blinds.
You hear a rumble of thunder by the time you get to the windows, and the
Okay.
sky seems to be darkening. Go ahead and roll me a luck roll, please.
Okay. Let's hope for the best here.
And
Ooh.
another quick interruption. Thank you again for the raid. Go Apparently we're holding on to our butts, so we're gonna hold on to our butts while this rain comes through. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I'm really holding onto my butt right now. You guys don't
No,
know the
the
context.
plant is holding onto your butt.
She really is, or he right now because he's now Isai. I got a
Hashtag battleship.
I hate you. You're also not here, so I got a 57 out of 55.
You do not actually see anything in the sky, just that it's starting to darken. You hear the thunder.
Okay, I go and I say, do you know where's the garden? Do you know where the garden is? Is it at the Countess's house? Will you take me there?
Starts to drift towards the door.
The one I was coming out from?
Mm-hmm.
I follow her. You gotta
And
be
then-
quiet. There are people out there. I don't know if they're your friends or not. My friends kind of, as she's saying, my friends kind of, I assume Sam's screaming something about incapacitated.
Pauses for a moment. Starts to swirl and shift again and almost seems to be growing in on itself as it gets smaller and shorter. And you see a perfect replica of Cal.
I freak out. I lose my motherfucking mind. I lose it. Oh, how do you know about
Honey?
Cal?
Honey,
You've never even
leave
seen
my son out of this.
You've never seen Cal before. Why do you know what Cal looks like? Can you do Marty?
What?
Leave.
Oh, it wasn't a big deal when she brought me into this shit.
They saw you. They attacked you. It's turned into you before. You're also not here. Stop it.
It pauses in the middle though and seems to be glitching. It gets to about Marty's height, and then it comes and folds itself back down into the side, the cow silhouette topiary.
Yeah, it's that person's dad. So I need you to become very little. And I'm going to take you out for a little bit. I promise I'll trim you. And we're going to go find the Countess really quick. Because I don't know what's going on. I don't feel great about leaving you in here. So let's just go together. Come on, let's go. I think you should reach
The
out.
door flies open.
Uh-oh.
And it starts to walk outside into the hall. And you hear this haunting rustle of leaves as 3 more doors open in the end that had been closed. And you see in one a topiary shaped like Sim, and another a topiary shaped like Desdemona, and
Oh,
the third
fuck
one
us.
a topiary shaped like who did I say that one was? Psy.
Oh, gross.
So you have topiaries of Cal, Psy, Desdemona, and Sim.
Is Rowan still in the hallway?
Yeah.
I see Rowan and I go,
Oh,
I mean,
I'm in
Sam.
this hallway?
Yes.
Oh,
I see
okay.
Sim, I see the nurses and I go, okay.
Well, hi, Cass.
Hey, Sim, what a coincidence. Are you also infected by, I try to remember, he said milk?
Yeah. Can you put me down?
The nurse the nurse, when they see the doors open, half drops, half puts you down and starts backing away slowly.
Watch,
No.
It's bad
And
they're coming
starts
out?
running and starts running
That's
towards
what's
the
happening.
kitchen.
I fill him in on everything. But first I go, hey guys, I'm still not seeming to click that this is bad. And I go, hey guys, can you all turn into me?
The one that is shaped like cow just starts walking down the hallway,
They're
What's-
not fun.
sauntering.
Yeah,
Cass,
not,
what's that?
that's Cal, but like as a hedge. Not great, I know. So here's what-
Cass?
I tell everything, I spew my guts, and then we were thinking that it hugged me, and then there was a window, then it kept saying the poem, and then I was confused. And then I tried to do the stuff, and it was a bad idea. And now it's turning into Cal. It tried to turn into Marty, but it can't turn into Marty. I don't know why it can turn into Cal. There's no way you should have seen Cal.
I am rapidly putting on my silken hand wraps.
Yeah, let's
In
go.
anticipation. Cass, come on.
Yeah, I follow them. Oh, also weird thing. Whenever I mentioned the Countess, they acted like weird about it. Not that they can act normal because it's a plant, But like,
Okay. Retreat now. Talk later.
okay, I follow. I follow, run after him. Probably faster than Sim because my agility's better. I sprint and I'm like, Sim, come on, muscle man, let's go.
And the cow
I do
copier
cardio.
just starts skipping. And
No,
you
don't
see-
skip. That's super weird, Cal Hedge. Don't do that.
And the reaches out towards the one of the nurses, and you see tendrils start coming out of their wrists and so on, and the nurse just runs the opposite direction.
Don't do that. I like smack the plant. Stop it. Don't do that. That's rude. Guys, come on, let's go.
I'm grabbing Cass's
Why are you
wrist
grabbing-
and pulling her.
No, wait.
Cass, why does that look like my son?
I don't know. I freaked out also. Where are they
Also,
going
was one of
towards?
them me?
Fully.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are following behind you. The one that looks like Desdemona, Sim, and Sai, they're just following behind you, flanking.
What if we just light them on fire? Isn't that fine?
I mean,
I yelled to the nurse, hey, can I light them on fire? Is that no go? Is anyone...
Why did you let them out of the rooms? Someone is yelling.
Why were they in the rooms?
Because they are infected. And they just keep...
Oh
Yeah.
God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I got... I'm
I
infected.
knew they were hiding something here.
Sim, not the time!
That bright note, we go to the scientists who are packing up and cleaning up and getting them ready to go see the countess.
Yeah, after I finish capping up the syringes I made, I'm gonna go to Mom Myrtle and ask where the Countess's manor is.
And you get the instructions along with the small little map, and she also goes, "You've got to be careful. It gets more poisonous the higher you go up."
I keep that in mind. Thank you
Mm.
for letting us stay tonight.
You're welcome. All my children are grown, and I have been reminded to. I had like that thought, oh, I miss my babies. I do not. And I want to thank you all for reminding me that I am happy that my children are grown. And then she turns and looks as you all hear at this point a rumble of thunder. Oh no. And she starts-
That's not gonna be good.
Nope, it's not supposed to be raining at all, but can't tell the sky. And starts toddling out the door because she's got to get to her office.
I'll walk up to her office and look towards Asmodeus. Guess we'll head out after.
Yeah.
And if you do go outside, I need you all to give me luck checks. 2 of them.
I kind of wish I could invent a way to get someplace underground, like a subway.
2 separate luck rolls.
Yeah, 2 separate luck rolls, please.
A 39 and a 33 out of 60.
I got a 41 and a 53 out of 60.
Okay. You both look up and you see it clear as day, the 2 stars for now, that are showing in daylight, twinkling in the sky.
I think we should hurry.
Yeah. I agree.
So yeah, quickly help Mom Myrtle get to her office. And how far is it from here to the manor?
About 10 miles. But she likes you, so she says, "You can take the horse and the carriage if you want. Might be faster."
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll return it if we live. He'll give a smile.
All right. Just be careful.
You too.
Hmm. She looks up at the sky again. There's going to be more poison. I can feel it. And then she goes off to work. Meanwhile, I think at this point, are you all running out of the inn? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption, right?
Yeah, we're probably running out.
You all see coming from the direction of the inn a cow shaped topiary skipping along, followed by Sim and Cassiopeia looking. Not Sim. Rowan and no, wait, yes, Sim. I'm sorry.
Rowan is also in our world, and I'm with him. Them.
Cassiopeia also running out after this strangely shaped topiary. And then three larger topiaries flanking them. One shaped like Desdemona, one shaped like Sai, and one shaped like Sim. This is all coming out as you go to get your horse and carriage.
Oh, hey guys! Really quick thing, super fast. Don't worry. The hedges have a mind of their own, and they can turn into all of us. Totally cool, not weird at all. Let's go to the countess's house.
Yeah, we figured that out without pissing them off.
Can
Then
I karate chop Samuel. You don't know what I went through today. Don't even start. I jump in the carriage.
She just helped herself to the carriage. I'm getting in the carriage now.
I assume it's theirs.
yeah, I'll drive it and move as fast and safely as I can since it started raining.
Which way does Cal Hedge look like it's going?
Starts skipping out in the direction that it should, and then you see almost once it passes the gates, it does this weird collapse into a puddle thing and looks like a series of vine-like snakes, and it just starts moving up the road
Towards the countess's house?
towards the countess's manor.
Okay, really quick thing. Not great. You guys can yell at me about it later. Who cares? Right before they escaped, I asked them to take me to the garden, and then it did a weird thing, and then it ran outside.
The cow one was the one that Cassiopeia was talking to, right?
Right, but it wasn't always Cal. It was me at first. It was me
Okay.
for most of the thing, and all of a sudden it turned into Cal.
Wasn't there a person inside that?
They said that they were infected. Oh, yeah, it was really weird. They were like,
And there was no person when it collapsed?
Well, there was a weird moment where their face
I need you all to
revealed.
give me a luck roll.
What if alternatively I rolled effort?
Oh, I have a 5 out of 55. I'm lucky.
88.
I'm finally lucky after this whole episode.
41.
43 out of 45.
All right. Those of you who succeeded, because this happens a bit of ways away from you all, you notice when it collapses, it slithers over something as almost there was a log, and you see laying in the middle of the road, shivering and covered, slowly, this light moss green thing is starting to grow back over the body, but you see a young woman, her early 20s or so on, covered in all this green moss-like blotches, seemingly just passed out in the road.
They called them the infected when I accidentally released them. Though to be fair, I didn't really release them. The door was open. I just, the door was it's not like the door was locked. The door was fully not locked. They stood
Nobody
there.
gonna tell Samuel he hasn't seen this. He's just driving.
Anyway, sorry. Okay, I relay the whole story probably in a lot of dramatics way. And then it grasped me in its arms and it was wild. And then I backbended and then I went. All that jazz.
I need the scientists to give me idea rolls right quickly.
I'm so stressed. This was all fun and games until it turned into Cal. Now it's not fun anymore.
38 out of 70.
26 out of 70.
From listening to the story, and from understanding basic things about mimicry and so on, it crosses your mind that if these plants are copying people, that they might be something equivalent to machine learning So they may not have been able to get out the door because they didn't know how to until they picked it up from Cassiopeia.
Are you guys gonna tell me that?
Probably not.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Don't blame me. If you tell me, I'll probably be messed up.
Samuel was.
Hashtag everything is Cass's fault.
You don't know
Samuel
that,
was
Sai. You're not here.
fair on that.
Sai, you are not here.
And following behind the carriage are those other three topiary creature-like things. As you all make your
Oh,
way,
hey, don't kill
those
them.
three, those three are not collapsing.
they haven't collapsed.
They're
Quick
all
thing.
They're
heading
just-
in the same
they're
direction
just-
as us, right?
Yeah, they're just
Quick-
jogging pretty quickly without looking winded.
How did they?
Well, they're plants.
Well, they did take a deep breath in when they grabbed me, so that was kind of weird. Oh, did I not tell you guys that part? Yeah, I took a deep breath in. It was super weird.
The scientists probably know they were probably inhaling something necessary, maybe DNA. You don't know.
Oh,
All you
good.
know is that they seem to be mimicking things they come in contact with.
Cool. Well, they didn't really. There's not much anything useful they can mimic from me, so you know.
Would
You
it be,
can't.
would it be safe for Samuel to assume that the two topiaries that we encountered on our way here were ones that escaped from here?
Oh shit! We killed humans.
You never killed the
No, not the topiaries.
Oh,
topiaries.
thank God.
Sai shot at one,
Which
but
means
then
there's
it left.
Oh yeah,
which
quick
means they're
thing.
still out there running around.
We can escape
Listen,
them.
that's tomorrow's problem.
That's our future self.
We have more
as-
immediate dangers.
Also, quick thing. Don't kill them because they're humans. For sure, they were humans at some point. One of them showed me their face, and they had freckles like me. Isn't that weird? I had like reddish hair.
That's
That's
the one that was laying in the road.
See
Oh,
if they
shit.
give us a choice.
Yeah,
I'll not kill them. I'll not kill a person if I don't have to.
they're mostly autonomous at this point. There's no one really controlling them.
Right. While we're passing the body, can I look over at it?
Mhm.
Does the body? This is gonna sound so stupid. Does the body have my like features besides freckles?
No, it is not as
It's not-
well endowed as
I
you.
scream out loud. Oh God, it's not my mom. We're good. Jesus. I thought maybe it was related to me. I came here with the chipmunks. It's a whole story. Anyways, oh God, I forgot to ask the hedges if they know anything about the chipmunks. Weird. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Not that I was talking to them. That'd be weird if I was talking to inanimate plants. Anyways, let's go.
Yeah, I've been going.
Where's
I haven't
Where's-
stopped.
Where's I like go out the window? Hey Samuel, do you know where Desdemona and Sai went?
To the countess.
Oh fuck! I like go back inside. Hey, by the way, you said there was like a head bee lady. Was she there? Did she grab you, Sim?
Repeat that.
Like, remember you were talking about the bee people, and then there was one named something.
Asphodel.
Yeah, was she there? Was she the one with you?
They weren't there. No,
They weren't.
no.
Oh, that seems bad. You think they'll be mad at me when they find out I'm the one that like released the
You think we can worry about that later?
future self, right? Yeah.
Future self.
Yeah.
Is this Modus here with us
Yeah,
in the carriage?
Yeah, we're all on the.
he's trying to think. He's looking a little worried. He looks over to Samuel. Well, actually, you've said we noticed the stars as well.
Mhm.
Is that correct? So he'll turn to Samuel and say, "Well, there's two stars out.
Where's the
There-
third?
Well, and what worries me is there were three friends, but the last line of the poem. Remember that? How their foe is dead. I
My
wonder.
foe
If,
outstretched beneath the tree.
yeah, I wonder if one of the friends has become a foe.
I assume it was
know.
the one he wasn't speaking about.
It was really weird of the topiaries because they kept repeating one line of the poem over and over, and then they kept talking about the rain.
Which line?
It kept saying, "I watered in fears, night and morning with my tears. I watered in fears. I watered in fears." Then they said, it's going to rain soon or something like that, something to that effect. But it was so weird because I kept asking them other questions and that's what they would answer with.
Yeah, the thing that's playing in Samuel's mind, the voice from the seed mentioned one of them was a people person, the other one was plant person, the other one was a machine person.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
We're dealing with a bunch of plant human hybrids, and the one that controls the plants missed the controller. It's missing the controller.
I like pop in the middle of this intellectual conversation and go, I'm so sorry, the voice from the what now?
He said, "No, this is what's going on in his head. He's not."
Oh, I thought you were speaking to each other. I'm like, what?
So he's just trying to work out the one that the seed probably purposely neglected to mention is probably the one that's causing this. That's what he's thinking right now.
Asmodeus, sorry.
Was the one that led to another one causing this.
Mm-hmm.
Asmodeus, did you and Samuel learn anything from the seed, or is? Oh, this is a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah, you relate what the seed told them and the questions he asked. But he's focusing on driving, so you're gonna get an abridged version.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Asmodeus can fill in the details.
Great.
And we're over to Desdemona and Sai as they make it to these massive gates. And you are technically at the entrance to the Moss Meadows Estates. It is probably over 40 acres of gardens. When you get to the top of this hill, you realize it is just a massive expanse past these gates. There's a conservatory. There's 4 hot houses that you can see from here. Hedges and topiary gardens, flowers, and then a large expanse. It almost looks like it has a cloud over it. It's such a dark and foreboding like location with like black cast iron and glass and all this extra material that you can see through these massive gates. And then the main house, you know. I was going to come and fetch you as a group, but apparently they have sent you two as representatives of their interests.
No.
And we speak for our companions.
I am worried. And they unlock the gates, push them open, and lead you. Do you know of the Whisper Gardens?
I just looked at Desdemona.
I look at Sai.
Yes, we do.
They are cousins to Screaming Woods.
Obviously are lying, and so this will be so much more challenging. All right, I'll have to tell you a few things about the Countess. She does not like people in general. There's some backstory with an ex and some people that she actually can stand. Um, a cousin or a niece that lives in a weird near where my sibling lives. Um, anyways, she's very secretive, very private, very short tempered, and very dangerous.
B person, all you needed to say was that I need to put on the charm. Give me just the tie again.
Isn't your suit completely messed up?
Shut up, Ryan.
You haven't changed since we left this yesterday.
He looks up at the sky and they look like, "Now come with me. We will retire to the butterfly house is where I suppose they will meet you. You're not going in the actual mansion. I don't trust you like that."
That is wise. Also, when you say she is dangerous, on a scale from like wooden stake to silver bullet, how dangerous are we talking?
Like, will a revolver do it?
I do not get paid enough for this. What I will say is that she is probably far smarter, far more intelligent, and far more prepared than anyone you know.
I will be honest with you and tell you those are not exactly high bars. Also, you
Yeah.
keep complaining about compensation. That sounds like it is your problem for participating in
You
this
really
capitalist
gotta.
system.
Do
Stick
you
to
have
the
a
bartering
union?
one.
You guys gotta start a union, you B people. There's like at least 1 million of you in that suit alone. Collect dues.
Do as in
Don't say it.
DEW?
I don't work for the pay that most people in my position would because
Do you get paid in honey?
there's a moment where they go back in the day, but no, that is not currently the situation.
All right, B guy.
Anyways, come with me. And they lead you along the winding path, and you see that foreboding area with the cast iron and the glass and all the rest of it. There's even warning signs, like black warning signs, saying that you have to stay at least 10 feet away. Um, and they just go, "I would hold your breath for the next 10 seconds until we can get into the butterfly house." And they lead you into a very beautiful glass walled garden that's basically a combination of a greenhouse and a garden. It's 100% covered. There's a small clearing area with benches and a table and places to sit, and all of these beautiful trees and bushes and flowers that have butterfly attractants. And you see flopping around, flying and fluttering around, very beautiful butterflies and blues, and a couple are, you know, orange and black. Some are black and blue. Others are these startling green colors. It's like watching two people in the back seat who've been told don't make any noise, silently fighting each other to read this Discord chat as we continue.
I would like to give a disclaimer. If you ever see us smiling and it seems inappropriate, it's because we are talking in the chat.
It's just like when you have the two kids and they've been told to be quiet and they're just like that, and it's very entertaining and endearing. And they lead you into the butterfly gardens.
And it's pretty cool. Butterflies. So are they a butterfly and plantomancer? A butterfly butterflamancer?
Entomancer.
Oh.
85% of what comes out of your mouth seems to be utter and complete nonsense.
That's because all the gold comes out of my pen. I'm a writer, by the way. Nice to meet you. I have 17 published works. You know, I was awarded New York Times bestseller, a few times. Fantasy, non-fantasy.
They just turn and walk away. I'm going to get the Countess. Do not
Okay.
break anything. Do not shoot anything.
I don't even have a gun on me. I just have my Bible. Because I love praying. To Jesus.
You pulled the gun on them earlier.
Oh, that's right, I did.
Then you put it back in the Bible.
They just
Shit, I
slowly
did.
take off they turn and look at you and just go bzz, bzz, and then walk out.
Are you or are you not a bee person? So
Best
it is
NPC.
It is like Cass with Werewolf question. They never said no.
So I think now that we've been left in this butterfly sanctum alone, it's time for us to start snooping.
Choose a stupid investigation team.
So I would like to start snooping immediately.
Give
Yeah.
me roll checks. I mean luck checks.
Luck checks.
Mhm.
Luck checks plural or luck checks singular?
Just singular.
That's a 32, and my luck is 45.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 37. That's my hard success or whatever it's called.
All right, give me spot hidden checks.
Oh, I'm actually good at this.
What's my spot hidden?
21 of my spot hidden is 55, and 25 is my hard success. So I hit a hard success.
Okay.
Where's the spot hidden at?
It's under navigate.
Near all the stinky stuff. That is that.
He did.
Navigation. I don't know my navigation.
You wanna fight?
Oh, all right. This will be a doozy. Let's see. I got a 1.
You will notice some of the butterflies almost seem mechanical when you look close up. They don't actually look like naturally occurring butterflies. Beautiful, elegantly crafted machines. And then others do look 100% real. As you look around, you notice there's a lot of plants. And they all seem to be various types of plants that attract butterflies based on what you know. Outside of that, you can see all the estates as far as your eye can see through the glass panels because this 100% of this building is made out of glass.
There's no traps,
There's no traps that you can
no
see.
hidden weapons, because that's what I'm looking for.
You do not see any hidden weapons, but as you are snooping around, by the time you get to where the entrance is, you see there's someone standing there, and you see a individual who happens to be settled in a very elegantly crafted and probably high tech in the steampunk era wheelchair. A woman who seems to be in her early 40s, but she's probably older by the maturity that is in her eyes. She has steel gray eyes, golden brown skin. Her jet black hair is starting to turn. There's some graying, but she wears it all pulled back very neatly in a bun. She's wearing almost like safari-esque inspired clothing. It's very smart. A button down tucked into a pair of trousers tucked into some boots that lace up, and she is settled in her wheelchair. and she wheels herself in and just looks between Desdemona and Sai.
I'll elbow Sai.
Is
Hi, hello.
all right. Obviously, you were looking for something. Did you find what you were looking for?
No.
Pity. You were looking so hard for so long.
So hi, I'm Sai,
I know who you are.
and you are?
I am the Countess Iris Mossmeadow.
Oh, I just kind of lean over to Desdemona. The Black Tibet.
Stand perfectly still. They respond to movement, like cobras.
So I start standing perfectly still.
I thought your party was larger, and I've been told there's more of you that are coming up the way. So we'll wait till everyone is in place so I don't have to repeat myself. I'm really working on this communication thing. I'm supposed to talk about my feelings. I am supposed to use I feel statements. I feel I cannot finish this sentence without explicatives. So, if you will
I feel
excuse
that.
me.
No, I mean, if anything, I feel like we should be honest with each other. It's the best way to build a relationship. I feel that I hate it here and I want to go home. I feel like you're kind of stopping that, and I feel like I would like you to stop it.
And I feel that you are making a lot of assumptions.
Why with the train? That's all I want to know. Why are there no tracks? It makes no sense.
Because I do not want any trains in the Moss Meadow Estates. I made it perfectly clear. I wrote so many letters. I played by all of their nice little games.
And so now you've got robot demon plants that turn into people and start growing in people and exploding seeds. I mean, I'm sorry. I feel like you've got demon plants and explosive seeds, and I hate it here, and I want to go home, but I can't because you won't let the trains come.
I feel indifferent about your problems with the locomotives, but I echo Sai's issues with plant monsters.
I'm sure you do. And obviously, how do I say this? I feel like Asphodel will be here shortly with the tea so that we can pretend to be civilized people before the rain begins. Because that's something that happens now. Because some people, even though they're supposed to be dead, decide, oh no, I'm not. So let's take all the research we've done together and make it a challenge. Because that is fun. And she just continues wheeling forward to the clearing area.
And I feel like somebody needs to tell me if that person is made out of bees.
Who?
The one in the bee suit.
Asphodel.
Sure. Are they or are they not a humanoid creature made of millions of bees?
Are there robot bees like the like the robot butterflies here?
You are.
The. I'm sorry. Are you seriously asking me if my companion is made out of bees? Is that the question?
Robot bees.
Robot bees. Oh, that's the strangest thing going on here. There are vines made out of metal shooting seeds like Gatling guns, but it's crazy to think that there'd be a person made out of bees.
Yes.
I don't know what's crazy anymore. Like, and there's like a genuine pleading look on his face right now. I don't know what's crazy anymore.
Well, first of all, that's a subjective word. Just because something is strange to you doesn't mean that in and of itself it is
I don't know what
strange.
exists anymore.
That's a good question. Do you exist? Do I exist? Or are we just simply here? Nobody knows. But I will have some tea. My companion is not made out of bees. I'm not entirely sure they're human either. They've spent
That
a
does
lot
not
of
make
time.
that does not make the situation better.
You just made it worse.
I made a little smile. I I will say your reactions to the strange things that are happening have been the most entertaining.
Do you have booze? I feel like I could use booze.
And I feel like we should have a conversation without anyone being intoxicated. And then, after you find out the truth, decide whether or not you would like to get wasted, so to speak. And by this time, you all are starting to arrive as Fidel greets you
Oh, great cast.
and starts leading you towards the butterfly house, including reminding you to hold your breath as you pass the area with all the large warning signs and so on. But actually, let me rewind. They start to open the gates. When they see the topiaries behind you, there's a moment where they're like, I'm not going to ask who let them out. I'm going to let the Countess ask that question. And then they start leading you. The topiaries do not pass that gate.
Okay, you guys have a weird thing about not snitching on each other, so don't snitch on me, I swear to God. I don't look at Sim when I say this, I fully look at the scientist. Don't you dare snitch on me. I know that you guys know that it was probably my fault, but I need you guys not to snitch on me.
Pretty sure she already knows.
Well, it could have been any of us. It doesn't have to. Why does it have to be me? Why? Because I'm the hottest one? How rude. This feels like targeted
Because
hate.
she's probably been watching us for a while.
Creepy. Absolutely the creepiest thing ever.
Then
That's
they-
what I do when strange people come on my property.
It's a whole town. It's not her property. That's creepy.
As soon as Asphodel mentions the butterfly
Mhm.
garden or whatever, or sanctuary
Mhm.
or what it is, Sim just gets the most contemplative look you've ever seen on his face.
Mhm.
It just sort of sits there for a minute.
I like look over and I whisper to Asmodeus, I think we broke Sim. I think Sim's broken. Hey, Sim.
You broke the simulation.
What's the call? I don't even know what I say.
All right, as you are led down the path, then they do tell you to hold your breath when you pass the super dangerous area for leading into this beautiful butterfly garden. And that's about when the rain begins and you start to hear it falling against the glass, and it's this almost beautiful melodic sound how it falls against the glass. But once the door shut, even Asphodel stays inside the area, and tea has been laid out. And the Countess hasn't said a word to either Sai or Desdemona while waiting for the others to arrive. She's just been sitting there in her chair.
Solid. I don't
I
talk
walk
to bitches.
in. I walk in, I curtsy. You know, you just do what you do.
I just do this to Desdemona like,
Oh my God. I walk in, I curtsy.
Samuel will nod. Is it about noon right now? Or
Mm-hmm.
afternoon?
Countess Meadows, I presume?
You can just say the Countess. It starts to sound awkward when you add the last name to it, unless you want to say Countess Iris or so on.
Do you have a preference?
The Countess.
All right. It is lovely to meet you, Countess. I don't know if our two companions introduced themselves. I'm Cassiopeia,
I know
God.
exactly who you are.
The con.
That's not my name.
That's not her name, but it's how she introduces herself.
Exactly.
Not to everyone.
Well, to enough people.
To these people. I like glare at you guys. Big mistake on that part.
Well, are we all here? Oh! They take a moment and stare at Sim. You're the
Countess.
unknown variable.
Uh-oh. Sorry, I said that out loud.
Were you speaking to my son in his dreams?
No, she's not the monarch.
There's a moment where there's a flicker of almost being spooked, as she says. Let me guess. Through a seed?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Was that not you?
No, that was not me.
So you didn't put the new stars in the sky then?
I have done things that I regret. The stars were never meant to be launched. There were only 3 people who knew how this would even be possible. And the third one we believed was dead. But everything we've worked so hard to create is now being twisted. You have questions? I'm here to provide answers.
Well, I wouldn't know when to start. I drop the softness. Here's the question, ma'am, Countess. Are those people the ones who have turned into topiaries? Are they being held captive, or are you holding them for their own good? See, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm assuming since you're apparently a gracious-ish leader, that you probably did it because they were probably a danger to themselves and others, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So, if you have seen them, that means you've either encountered the ones that have escaped before they could be rounded back up, or you have been to the inn.
I mean, they're running down the street. They were right in front of us. So I would feel like maybe I would see them. Don't you? You all saw them. We all saw them. Wouldn't that be kind of weird not to see them?
I mean, when we went to the inn, we didn't see them.
I meant right now.
They were in the back.
Yeah, they're fully in the streets right now.
That's new.
So, did you let them out?
It sounds like she let them out.
There you go.
First the train, then the inn. No one can take you anywhere.
I swear.
I fully ignore them. And since we're the ones asking you questions, here's a second question. Who is the third person? Who's the 2 other people? You're obviously the one with good with plants, right?
Yes.
Because I look around.
Not good with people.
I go look around at the butterflies or sanctuary and I go, yeah, plant thing. So who's the one? And the one on the conch, is she the one good at machines or the good with people?
The monarch is a they've always been good with figuring out how things work. and figuring out how to fix things that are broken. And with my knowledge on how to make things grow, and the third's knowledge on how to make things live, we created a way to save and preserve, as long as it was never used for creation or on humans. It would be well within containable control. Next question.
Is Cassiopeia like your Flora?
A liking what?
She's
A
becoming a
plant
plant.
werewolf, but with plants.
You don't
Thank
have
you.
to
Plant
answer.
going.
They don't have great questions. You shouldn't answer their questions.
She's got a
You guys have been here for 20 minutes. Now you want to start asking questions?
We
now
were told
you
not to
want
ask anything.
yeah.
We are following directions. We do not go where we are not
Oh,
wanted
you
and
follow
let fairies
directions.
loose.
Yeah, we
You
were following
follow
directions.
Is it okay? I would like to inform you all that I have a remote that can cause the ceiling to open up, which would mean the rain would fall in.
Right,
Now-
the acid. But wouldn't that also burn you?
No.
It doesn't burn you. Seems a bit
No, I have
cruel.
an umbrella.
Why? It seems a bit cruel that you would inflict on everyone else, but not, you. You walk around with umbrella.
I didn't create the acid rain.
You didn't really warn everybody about it either. They all had to learn the hard way, didn't they?
I think I have the most important question that no one has asked yet.
You really aren't going to ask the right question.
I am
promise
going to
you.
ask the right
I
question.
guarantee
You don't.
you're not.
You don't
I
even know,
guar-
Cass. Look, why don't you shut up so I can ask the question first?
Children, let the lady speak.
All of you were meant to be here because you have very unique qualities that would make you resistant. Except for one of you. You were never meant to be here. You
Who
didn't
should look at?
Sim. Your son introduced a variable that obviously we never knew was needed.
What do you know about my son?
I know that if the monarch reached out, that they believe there's still hope.
To stop the plants?
Do you know why Moss Meadow Estates is so important? We have the Whisper Gardens. The Whisper Gardens is the largest and most well-tended and effectively categorized collection of poisonous and dangerous plants, flowers, and trees in the world. Back when I created the Botanical Association for Exploration and Discovery, they would often bring back snippets and samples, and we would plant them. This location was chosen because we didn't have to worry about runoff from the gardens. Someone, through an act of sabotage, who knows how everything was constructed, eroded that over time using subterranean means. And so now when it rains, the runoff from the gardens goes down, spreads some species of weed-like poisonous plants, as well as actual poison, and is negatively impacting our ability to grow the produce as safely as we should.
Subterraneans.
I yelled
I
outside.
have a feeling that you're about to say something.
Something stupid. You would be 100% correct. Not
I
stupid.
shy away from using terminology like that. I use more things like ignorant or from a
Oh,
place of not knowing.
they're definitely knowledgeable, just not in the way you would hope.
Yes. Disappointment. But not to me, because I'd actually have to care that much.
You seem fun. You seem great at parties. Are you
Yeah.
always this difficult to
I like
talk to?
plants more than I like people. It's a thing. But the stars that are in the sky are going to negatively impact the ability for there to be two important things that happen: the meteor shower and the migration of, I'm sure some of you are aware, of the chipmunks.
I gasp.
I still have an exterminator if we need help with those chipmunks. Um, but my question was this.
Mm.
Now I have two of them. One, you said we all have skills that you need. What are they? I mean, I can see how some of us are obviously
Feel free not to say.
and I can't see how other people are useful. And two,
Are you just gonna use these question time to like attack me, or are you gonna actually use it for usefulness?
and two,
No, just quick.
and two, how do I go home? That's the important one. I think we would all like to know that, wouldn't we?
I don't care either way. But all right.
Oh, so you want to live here?
It's nice. The people are nice. Not to you, but that's because you suck. But for the most part, everyone's nice.
Are we going to use question time just to attack me, or are we actually going to get information?
Oh, that's really ironic coming from
The
you.
Countess just takes a sip of her tea. All right.
I think I sip the tea and think about dropping the really hot one at Sai's face, but I don't do it.
Samuel will speak up.
Mm.
What effect will the stars have on the meteors?
They're not stars. They combine some of the research we had done about how certain plants, sort of spread their seeds on the wind. And there was a construction created that made things lighter than it should be. That was supposed to originally be something that could help with the weather. To help more arid regions get rain where they need to. But we decided that was a little too ambitious, because if it was used for the wrong thing, it could negatively impact. So it's less about the meteor shower and more about it's easier to hide more of them when something is going on in the sky.
And where's the third one?
The third one is probably on its way to the alley.
The alley?
Doesn't matter, someone there will deal with it. We have two here that we need to take down.
How high up are they?
I could get you up there. But if you fell, well, that's on you. I could get you up there. And there's a
start
look.
blasted.
There's from Asphodel who's like, use your word. It would be my absolute pleasure to assist you on ascending to the heights that you need to go in order to destroy the artificial stars that are currently responsible for causing it to rain acid.
Cool. Quick thing, you don't really need to use the whole human, like a service voice with us. We don't give a shit.
I actually do, because I am working through a program as I endeavor to reconcile with certain people I have pushed out of my life, but would like back in my life.
I glare at Sai. That's what makes you go, oh?
I have a heart.
Oh, do you? I'd love to see it. Why don't you pull it out of your own chest and show it to us all? Anyways,
Can I just let me do something just very quickly. Look around you to each person. Yes. Now I want you all to consider that you all literally are going to hold each other's lives in your own hands. Whether you stay here today or leave, the knowledge that you have means that you have a say in whether or not the person beside you lives or dies.
Oh, dies. I'm looking at
I don't flinch. He's always like this. Before you ask,
understand.
he's always like this.
Mm-hmm.
How did your friend die?
Or not die, I guess.
Greed.
Didn't know that was a, murderous thing. But it just kind of consumed
can
in a
be.
different way.
It can be. When you endeavor to reach beyond what your human capacity should be, because you think you're so smart.
Did you tell him that he made you angry?
He started a very successful business and I'll say this, didn't use any of the knowledge that we had gained together to make it successful, but is now using the knowledge that he gained when we worked together to fight my fire with even fiercer fire.
Sounds like you two really hated each other.
Not at first.
Was there something else before? I glare aside. Another thing, why did the topiaries turn into us? I saw them turn into Sim's son and, saw him skipping. He's the one that was fully skipping outside, Kind of weird, that part.
They're
One
adapted.
turned into me and I had to kill it.
You didn't kill it, but go off, I guess.
I can tell you that you didn't actually kill it.
Oh, hey, I turned it as much. Does that make him the Highlander?
I suppose you have to finish the job. Was one of them me?
There's
Yes.
I fully don't answer. I don't say anything.
Wait, this whole time I haven't actually been the Highlander?
It's
Oh,
been inside
Jesus.
of you the whole time.
Don't tell him that. Please don't tell him that. He doesn't need another title. He really doesn't. Of the things he needs, it's not another title.
You don't know anything about me, okay, first off.
I don't know. I'm so complex and deep. You don't know anything about me.
Do know is that once this fully infects a person, the way it works when we use a sample of the extract we've created on something that's dead, like a branch, it takes on the qualities of that branch and grows that plant. So if you had something made out of mahogany and you pour this substance on it, a mahogany tree would start to grow. But when you start to put it on other living matter, and you say, oh, here's somebody's hand, here is this fluid, and here is a tree or a hedge, and they combine, the plant is constantly trying to adapt to become what it thinks it needs to be based on the memories or the thoughts or what the person has seen.
So is Cass infected? That's my question.
But I haven't reached the brain yet, no.
Yeah, so how long before we have to set
You don't
our
have to
fire?
answer questions about my anatomy to him. He has no ownership or guardianship of it.
Looks like Cassie. You have something growing out the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Someone has. Come here.
Let go over.
Hold up your hair.
I glare aside and then I do it.
She reaches into her chair and rummages around and pulls out a pair of tweezers, puts on some gloves. All right, this is going to smart. And by smart, I mean hurt.
Great. I thought that's what you were going to say, but I wasn't sure.
Yes, I've been told to use softer words. Doesn't really help. And she's just going to get the tweezers, find word. Ew. It's a little. Oh my goodness. How? Asphodel, get a pot with some soil, please. I think I'm gonna try to transplant it as opposed to just remove it.
Oh, great! It's gonna live. Cool.
Are you growing another Cassiopeia? Because if there's two of them, I don't want anything to do with it.
You don't want anything to do with it right now. What are you on about?
I can't live in a world where there's two of you.
Well, I don't care what you want. The world goes on.
Okay. You. I swear, if you continue going, I will have Asphodel push you both into the Whisper Gardens and then come back in 24 hours to see what happened. Okay, I'm going to remove this from the back of your neck. I'll plant it. It doesn't seem like it's connected to your nervous system, or actually, it's just kind of using you like potting soil, like surface potting soil.
Cool. That's what Samuel told me. I look at Samuel. Great. Love to be love for things to parasite off of me.
It's fascinating. All right.
I'm sure.
I'm just gonna gently it's gentle, but she fully pulls a plant out the back of your neck.
Okay, all right.
Please give me a stamina roll. And she puts his Asphodel comes with a small plant and puts it in there.
Stamina. I got a 16 out of 60.
So you'll live. Puts a patch on the back of your neck.
Bummer. Huh, Sai?
Yeah. So I don't know how you want to be compensated. Financially, reputationally, or so on.
For turning off the acid rain?
For that and finding out who sabotaged my garden.
Someone sabotaged. You don't think it's the guy from earlier, the one you had like a thing with now you hate and you like use the company or whatever? It couldn't be him?
He created an entire railway company.
Oh, that's why you don't like railroads. I thought you just like maybe hated progress.
No, I didn't like him already, but then he had to do something else that I didn't like, and it was a whole thing.
Interesting. So you don't think it's him though? Or do you need evidence that it's him?
I know he sent somebody, but I need to find who got in there.
All right.
But you may want to turn the stars off first.
Turn the stars.
Because if they're somewhat semi-powered by other celestial long non-sciencey involved thing. The amount of energy that would be generated by them being up there when the meteor shower happens will probably make it so that the weather here stays at a level that we don't need it to.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Our combined skill of intelligence, bravery, strength, and being a braggadocious bitch, we're gonna be able to.
You shouldn't talk about yourself like that.
Yes, because I'm the one of this group who talks about myself the most. Interesting.
You kind of are.
Yeah.
Desdemona, you...
High five.
I cannot...
High five.
I fully ignore them more.
Turns attention to Samuel, and Asmodeus.
May I ask another question?
Yes.
The monarch. What's their role in all of this? Why are they reaching out to my son?
Because he picked up the seed.
Is he in danger?
No. He's probably safer than he was before. And that's not disparaging you or your husband's ability to protect him. It means that he's been chosen to be a caterpillar.
That is as far from reassuring as you could possibly have gotten.
There's an alley. Astrologus Alley. Not Astrologus Alley. Astromeria Alley. The monarch runs a very powerful underground reality, so to speak, that makes sure that everyone that resides in that alley is safe. No law enforcement, no government officials or so on have any power beyond the start of that alley. Our mutual friend not only is endeavoring to encroach upon my territory, but has built their factory directly outside that alley. The monarch chooses special children from all different backgrounds and puts their protection over them so that when they leave, their legacy will continue providing for those chosen ones long after they're no longer here. These are often children who can see things in ways that others cannot.
If the monarch is aware of the threat that all of this poses, why don't they come to assist?
We don't talk. They keep sending me letters.
Do you reply to them?
I was very angry for a very long time, and I regret not responding because now both Moss Meadows Estate and the alley are in danger. One of being destroyed from below, and Moss Meadows Estate being destroyed from above.
Right.
And in the ashes, the railway will rise like a demonic capitalist phoenix.
Samuel will throw at a seed. We should probably talk. This is more important of a situation than animosity.
They eye the seed for a moment, shake their head, and says, "Well, do you want to see something neat?"
Yeah.
You're not going to open the top, right, and burn us.
No, you're not being annoying right now. But before I show you this, do you agree to help?
Yeah, I'm in.
I'll do whatever you need.
There's
Do we
not much to lose here.
Do we really have a choice? I mean, we can't go home.
Oh,
You don't have to join us if you don't want to.
Oh my God, I wasn't talking to you.
What are you going to do? Walk up to the stars and go, "I'm published." And they're going to be like, "I give up."
No, I'll shoot them.
Okay. Well, the reason is, if you don't stop it here, there'll be no one who can stop our friend from taking over whatever they want.
Man, I've heard of taking breakups bad, but this is getting ridiculous.
Breakup?
Yeah, you and that guy, right?
Oh.
Wow, what a way to
Yes.
make an assumption. Yikes. Oof.
That's...
I fully ignore
First of
some
all,
more.
I did not ask for an amen.
Did you just give another amen? Are you just like...
Second of all, you see her reach through her little side thing, and she pulls out a tiny vial of a clearish blue liquid.
Cool.
And reaches for the seed. Jesus. This in and of itself is a message.
Okay. I like stare at Sim like, what the fuck's going on?
Just a second, I need to check something.
I'd like to take this moment to say, don't ship Battleship. Thank you so much. Enemies to lovers sometimes works, but not in this moment. Don't ship it.
Hashtag Battleship.
Don't ship it. I respect everyone's shipping preferences except for this one.
Allow it to happen.
Hashtag Battleship.
No.
It's going to happen.
Absolutely not.
I don't agree with Noir on much, but
Sim,
Hashtag Battleship.
Rowan, please. Rowan,
Just
Put
smooth.
your ships in the chat.
don't leave any ships. I'm looking at you, Alex. I swear to God. If
Hashtag
Abby and
Battleship,
Alex
make it
are in
happen.
there, I
Make
swear
it
to
happen.
God.
Throw your ships in the chat.
No one's gonna listen. You're the worst. I hate you more so much. When this thing is over,
Yeah.
no. When this is all over, I'm going to bully you on every stream you've ever been in your life.
You already
Ever
bullied me.
Can't do it anymore.
Let's say the bullying is pretty prolific. You really can't up what you're currently at.
Bella's gonna get into the comments of every VOD
Yeah,
and
every single one. And they're gonna be like, "Wow,
bring
this
Noir
girl,
down.
this girl's really consistent on her hate on Noir."
What did he do?
What do you do? Oh my God, did he hurt this girl? I'm like emotionally. He held me at emotional gunpoint.
Hashtag Battleship.
Absolutely not.
Oh my
hate this.
goodness.
I hate it here.
This is
Remember
fun.
when we started this campaign and everything
know
was
it.
fine, and I flirted with like a nice
No.
bartender.
No, I
Yeah.
don't remember when everything was fine.
It's really valid.
That-
Thank you so much.
That was never a period.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Pretty sure
So-
the first thing that ever happened in this campaign was the beginning of a werewolf conspiracy. So
No, the first
True.
time was Cassiopeia introducing herself as the con and then
Yeah.
over-explaining it and making
Wait.
it weird. That is
Mm.
literally
Who
the
said
first thing
that?
that
Was
happened
that-
in this campaign.
Was that to you, Sim, or was that
Yeah.
to?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you went. I wasn't gonna say anything.
I didn't think it was weird until you started explaining it.
Chromatic Chimera, let's step beyond the fog. You see a mask? Is there
Come-
anything further in the
Chromatic camera,
fog?
don't you do this to me. Don't you do this to me. I'm gonna leave the Discord. I'm fully gonna leave the podcast.
Honey, you ready for us?
It's just all I have.
You
Sorry, go
see,
ahead.
they put a few drops on this beautiful bronze seed, and you see it slowly start to absorb the liquid and twist and ripple in and of itself. And then you see these beautiful vines start growing from the seed, and just in quick speed, these beautiful honeysuckle vines, and then the honeysuckle flowers, when they start blooming, are a coral color. And she just stares for a moment, and you just see a tear come out of her eyes, and she's just like, I really, really hate it when you are sweet. Then sets the seed down. Fine, I will talk to her. Talk to them. Send them assistance. And there's hope. Do you know what coral honeysuckle means?
Nope.
I mean, I know what it means in the streets, but
I elbow side.
No. The Countess says, well, if you don't know, then I don't think I need to tell you. And Asphodel just coughs. I love you.
Aww.
Aww.
This would be actually really sweet if it wasn't for the weird passive aggressiveness you have here. Your like demeanor is really off-putting, so it would be really endearing. Not for that, but yeah.
That and I almost preferred when I thought you were made out of bees. Now I don't know what you are.
Yeah, same. I didn't believe you were about bees, but now I'm very jarred. All right, so you
Asphodel
take
goes,
you
the
take a
seed. The seed, the
Uh-huh.
flowers that came out the seed represent I love you.
Right. So the person on the other end, apparently the monarch, maybe someone else, can't remember which one, sent honeysuckles back.
No, the flower was always honeysuckles. The Countess says, "We don't need to talk about this. We don't.
That's so sweet.
We don't need to talk about this."
Sam, is that how you feel about Marty? That's so cute. You should give Marty honeysuckle. I don't think he'd like that, actually. Let me take that back.
Countess, please, can you what do we need to do
Yeah,
to make sure that this town and everyone in it is safe?
Specifically, you'll have to go into the Whisper Gardens, retrieve the key, take the key. I have an air vehicle that you'll be able to use, and if you tell anybody that it exists, there's a whole threatened thing that I'll just forget about. But we combined plant, animal, aka bird, and mechanical knowledge to create a flying machine that can take several people into the air for extended periods of time. Kind of like it's not a hot air balloon. That's too.
Birdocopter?
No, it's an airship.
Cool.
Nasfadel was like, "Oh yeah, it's an airship. Just." Anyways,
you guys seem to have fun here. This seems like a good working relationship.
So why do you need us to do this? Why can't you do this?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Don't you think that you're a bit more expertise in this kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's your airship.
because I'm
Just
keeping.
build more monsters to do it.
Because I'm keeping the plants from overrunning the city.
Well, a little too late. They're skippity-scoppeting all over the place.
No, they're not doing what they could do.
What is it they could do?
Consume the entire town from below.
Fun. They seem like good times.
Yes.
Hey, didn't you say the Whisper Gardens is filled with poison? You want us to go into a place filled with poison, find the key, and if we survive, fly a ship that we don't know how to fly?
Great
I
point.
have faith in you. We have protective gear.
The bee suit, and I look at the bee man.
I also look the bee suit all of a sudden.
Asphodel does a little model turn and shrugs. You too can be full of bees.
Oh my god, they're not.
Why
bee
don't you
people.
just go get the key?
Yeah, bee man,
Bee person?
bee person.
Asphodel takes off their hat and veil, and for those who haven't seen them before, they are graced with their very pale presence and all the burning and scarring and the slightly cloudy eyes. And they just say, "You can only go in so many times. I've been tending the garden for the last 20 years.
You definitely do not get paid enough for this.
Yeah, you don't get paid nearly enough, man.
If you're endangering your life, that should be like a clause. I glare at the Countess. You let them endanger themselves on a daily while you're
I've
sitting here
tried.
pretty.
I've tried to pay them. I have.
Wait, so you mean to tell me this whole time you complain about how much you get paid and you're not letting them pay you more?
Good question. What the fuck kind of relationship
What
dynamic
the fuck?
is this?
What is this?
What's going
We don't have
on?
to talk about this.
Why are you
That's
making me
weird.
agree with Cass?
This feels weird. This feels weird. You guys are being weird. Are they not being weird? They're
They're
being
being weird.
You guys are being weird. Before we
I
go
do-
over the sky.
I
and
do
engage-
believe we're on a bit of a timetable
Yeah,
here.
this kind of got a short period.
When we come back, we're gonna figure out this weird. We're gonna make a union. This is not good. This is
When
an
we come
unhealthy.
back.
It works for them.
Well,
Let's-
actually,
let's get going.
when we
It's
get on
not
the
good. It
airship,
doesn't work for
yeah.
them. She's burned. What are you? They're burned. What are you talking about? Doesn't
let's
work for them.
let's go.
I'm turning to ask, are you happy here?
Yes.
Good.
People in abusive relationships think they're happy too. That doesn't mean anything.
Cass,
I am
Coming back to
basically
this.
less
It look-
concerned with the details of their personal life and more with these geniuses, so-called, who are playing with powers beyond their means, and then let it run out of control because they cannot communicate or handle emotions.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll pull out my gun. Let's get this key.
I got like
There's
one
a
third of what you
moment.
just.
There's a moment where the Countess looks at Desdemona, and there's that look of, "Oh my God, someone finally gets me." It's just like,
I fully look at
Thank
Desdemona
you.
like I the opposite, where I fully cannot understand anything Desdemona says to me at any given point.
and the Countess
And we're
just
on
like,
again.
And when you finish, come back and come back and see me. And Asphodella's like, oh my god, really?
We're
And the Countess is like, I can't be friendly.
No, you're awful at it.
Damn.
You're literally the worst person I've ever. You threatened us like 6 different times. One time, not even explicitly. We're not gonna get
Us.
into this. Desdemona can do what they want, but let's. She can do what she wants. But let's,
Desdemona does do what she wants. You
We
are
know.
welcome to try and stop it,
I
but
don't care, Desdemona. Let's go.
Hey, everybody, let's stop arguing and start working together.
I fully ignore him as usual.
There's like lightning that cracks when Sai says that.
How do we? Quick question: where's the suits and how do we get into them?
It's a wonderful question. And one that will be answered. Follow Asphodel. Actually, give it a little bit of time. Finish your cup of tea, and by then the rain will be done.
Cool. So we're just gonna all sit here, awkwardly not asking the questions we need to ask while we have a pressing time matter while drinking tea like everything's cool.
I have a question for you, Countess.
Yes.
The monarch mentioned, well, I assume the monarch mentioned a key that was built and lost. Is this a key we need to find to beat these so-called planets?
There's a key now? And the Countess just starts wheeling towards with that seed. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're currently working on. If you do not get to the close, I know you can hear me. There's a key? And the Countess starts wheeling off with the seed, the sprouting honeysuckle, as Asphodel looks at you all. Well, apparently, you all are going to save the world.
Great, lovely.
Yeah.
You know who exactly I thought was going to save the world? Failed con woman, a woman from the wilderness, 2 scientists, a father who's also maybe beats people up for a living, and a book published guy, whatever, writer. Author, yeah. That's really where, you know what I mean? You're like, when I was thinking about who was going to save the world, I thought of unlikely heroes was kind of like a trope, not like a real thing.
I wouldn't call us heroes, but just convenient.
I mean, I kind of always felt like I was destined to save the world.
I'm sure you did.
Cassiopeia.
Huh.
Do you know what I see when I see you?
I'd prefer not to know if that's okay.
Do you know what the Queen of the Night is?
Yes. That's the flowers that bloom at night.
It only blooms at a very specific time. Very rare to see it. But when it does bloom, it's the most beautiful sight. And then it closes back up, still alive, still growing. And every time it blooms, it's more beautiful than the time before. But in between those moments, people underestimate, doubt, and don't know the true power of that bloom. That's what I see when I look at you. And they glance over to Sai. You seem weak in many ways, but you're not. You're as deceptively adaptable as a willow. You just haven't learned yet to not be 100% dependent on what you look like when you're at bloom. Even when you're just branches, you're whip sharp. And I hope one day you learn to make an impact with every crack.
Thank you.
Looks at Sim. You've always had to be strong.
Yeah.
But you're the strongest when you have something to protect. When there are others that you are hiding, sheltering, guarding, whether it's with your branches or with your trunk, like a rowan tree. Glances over at Desdemona. You know, there are some plants that defy all logic for existence. There's one not native to our lands, but we brought it over to make sure that we could cultivate it and protect it. A Venus flytrap, appealing in its own way, enough to attract those who doubt or a little bit too curious before they're quickly devoured. It's a plant that devours flies, pests, things that need to be taken care of, and then opens back up. Its own very unique type of beauty. Glances between the scientists. And you two are ever present, steady forces of probably common sense and stability. A tall, pauses for a moment, looks between. Not the same. One like a redwood, and one like an oak. The legacies that you will leave behind are timeless. But even before then, the depth and breadth of your knowledge and understanding will be that which protects and is there as an anchor for anyone you are around. So you ask me, what do I see? Not a ragtag group of random people together, but a beautiful and unique garden in and of itself. And it just so happens that this opportunity is your season. Nasradel gives a small smile.
Do you mind terribly if I use that in my next novel? That was beautiful.
I fully elbow him. Sorry, not the time.
I'm
This
sorry.
This is a beautiful moment. Ask later.
Okay.
All right. Now, my sibling is not going to believe this, but I suppose I can write Flutter a letter. Nasradel puts their B-cap hat veil thing back on. Protective gear for everyone. And today you touch the stars. And with that, dun 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 dun, we have our stereotypical finale cliffhanger where everyone is about to save the world. And we are going to go to each person to get their personal epilogue slash inner monologue before you tell us who you are and where we can find you. As we wrap up tonight's extra long but extra special episode of Clockwork Vines. And we will start with Sigh.
Oh, okay.
He was not ready.
Shit.
Oh, do it.
All right, so he's just putting on his protective gear and he's thinking to himself. That was a really good speech. I gotta make sure I remember that. You know, maybe everybody's not so bad. It kind of makes sense that we're a little bit of a garden, I guess. Plants don't always see eye to eye. I don't know. I don't know anything about plants. And yeah, maybe Cass has her moments.
Man, I knew you were up to something. I knew you were up to something. Noir, I'm gonna bully you so hard.
Oh, yes. And the camera would pan. Oh, no. Nor, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Noir. You can find me. I'm sorry. It's so wonderful.
Is this revenge for the Dr. RPG thing? Is this revenge?
It's so
You need to-
wonderfully
What?
petty.
What?
I'm sorry. Honey played into it so perfectly. Everybody started softening up at each other. I'm like, yes.
I hate you. I fully hate you.
Battleship.
His name is Noir Enigma
I'm
on Twitter.
Noir. You can find me on Noir Enigma, the Noir Enigma on Twitter, and Twitch, and on all the other ones, just Noir Enigma. This has been a blast. If you want to see more of me, tomorrow is the season premiere of Dr. RPG over on Encounter Roleplay. And then you can find me also tomorrow over on Cobalt Press in A Lessons in Deep Magic, where I play a broody vampire boy. Um, and since it is on me, I just want to give a quick thanks to our sponsors, Tabletop Loot. You can get 15% off if you use a code SHIELDMOM, as well as Heartbeat Dice. Use code Chromatic to get 10% off. And just a very special thank you to Roll20 for having a few of our shows in the Spotlight program. And last but not least, I want to thank Encounter Roleplay, Jess or Go_JG, and Bright Dystopia for the raids tonight. It's greatly appreciated, and your timing was hilarious. So that's me.
We'll move on. The camera would pan over as everyone's getting ready, a la everyone getting ready to get on the spaceship, put it on their spacesuits kind of situation. The camera pans over to Cassiopeia.
I think she's suiting her up, and she looks over at the group. She looks at the scientists who have been working to try to protect her from the thing growing out of her neck and how it's finally out. She looks at Sim, who put on an amazing performance that day, and how he's been very protective of her. And she wonders if he will one day be as protective of her as he is of Cal. Looks at even Desdemona and thinks that maybe she has been a little bit right along the way in moments. And thinks, looks at Sai and thinks, wow, he really is gonna fully plagiarize what that lady said. Wild, absolutely wild. Cannot believe it. Maybe if I stay here and he leaves, then we're good. Then we'll be good. We don't have to hate each other if we coexist in separate places. That's a good plan. And she's also thinking, not to show the fact that she's like about to start crying about from the speech, because no one has ever saw her at all. It's not even like saw her in a good light. People don't see her. She kind of, even with her gigantic breasts, she kind of hides away from everyone. She's a wallflower in a lot of ways sometimes. And then I think she's also thinking, Jesus Christ, maybe I should have got a size bigger. They're not going over these things. Jeez, why do I always get the smallest size crap? Okay, the waist to breast ratio. Okay, wait, just I have been Ella. You can find me on Boondoggles. You should definitely go watch Dr. RPG. There will be a little bit of a cameo from our girl Cassiopeia because she's that bitch. I don't know if I'll ever stream again, so who knows. I'll mostly be just making discourse on Twitter, so look forward to that.
Sim.
So Sim takes a long swig from his flask while preparing to save the world, apparently. Family vacation, you know? Family vacation, as one Marty might say. But Sim has a new singular focus right now, which is make sure that this town is safe, which means that make sure that Cal and Marty are safe. Once that's done, And once this vacation is over, he's gonna find the monarch and have some words. You do not fuck with Sim's family. Yeah, I'm Rowan. You can find me over on Twitter as that other nerd 5. Although I'm going to be changing my Twitter handle soon. I just wanted to wait until this was all done. Who knows what I'll be doing in the future? I have ideas and desires, but hey, well, yup. Life is a lot right now, so we'll get around to it. Yeah, it's been so fun playing. Good night, lovely people.
Right. Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel, as he's suiting up, he's thinking about home. He's thinking about his family. How he was actually on his way home when he stopped here. And everything they have on the line right now. But then he thinks about what he was told about the oak, about not just focusing on one thing, not being singular minded. He finds himself uncharacteristically glancing towards Cassiopeia. And wondering if he should shift his priorities a bit to handle more things at once. And I'm Ryan. Sphinx Roll on Twitter, Sphinx RL on Twitch. I look in people's streams a lot. It's pretty much all I do. It's basically the way you'll find me.
Alrighty then. We are at Desdemona.
On some level, it's nice to have this witch confirm that Desdemona is, as usual, the voice of reason here. But I think Desdemona, after having the kind of anticlimactic reveal of this bee person, that maybe, she doesn't have all the answers, most of the answers, but not all the answers. And that the world is like maybe a little bigger than she thought. She doesn't know what a Venus flytrap is, but she remembers hearing about like some kind of like Hydra plant, and she was like, that tracks. And she's just kind of excited not to like get to like actually hitting stuff and not be on like collateral for all these people's beefs. I've been Velvet Faye Fair. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, just being like gay and chaotic elsewhere. If you like vampires and monster girls, feel free to catch me Saturdays at 8 p.m. EST on the Onyx Path channel, where we're playing Vampire the Masquerade. And I watch me go full Kirby.
Hey!
All right. And last but certainly not least, we are at Asmodeus.
While Asmodeus is trying to get into the suit, he's deep in thought on the enormity of the task in front of them. He's feeling overwhelmed. We're going to go up in some sort of ship to take down these objects, and we have no idea how to do that. He's right now thinking about all the events that have happened and how much Samuel has contributed, and wants to make sure Samuel stays safe because he thinks he's going to be part of the key to solving all of this. Um, Part of what the Countess has said is staying with him because she mentioned legacy, uh, and he's never thought of having a legacy or anything like that. He just enjoys his science. So he's not sure what to think of that. Um, yeah, I'm Paul. It's been a pleasure playing with everyone here. You can find me on Twitter at Paul_Kiter. Um, but I'd say, uh, you know, there's a fantastic cast here, and you should be following all of them, and especially uh, our fantastic keeper here, Honey, which is a nice segue to Honey.
Hello, everyone. I'm Honey, aka Honey and Dice. You can find me on Twitter at Honey and Dice. You can find me on Instagram at Honey and Dice. There's nothing there. I just didn't want anyone to take the name. I write games, I play games, I run games, but I'm basically just everyone's biggest cheerleader. I wanted to tell everyone to remember to love your you. Um, it's a really important thing for me. Um, because for me, love is an action item. So when I say remember to love your you and that I love you, I do everything I can to support and encourage people to be their best. Um, and I encourage and love to see people, whether they're okay, they're not okay, and so on. It's important to surround yourself with people who celebrate your successes and support you through your challenges. Um, and if that's the least that I can do on a daily, a weekly, or monthly basis is bring a smile, a laugh, a giggle, a chuckle, or lift somebody who is a or so, um, I consider that a good day. It has been. Why am I saying this like I'm saying goodbye? I'm not, but it's like a close of a chapter. And when I started Clockwork Vines, it was seriously just me saying, nobody's going to want to play this. Let me put out something on Twitter. And I got so many responses so quickly. Only one or two of these people in this stream I actually was familiar with before we started. And it means so much that you have put your trust in me on a weekly basis, um, to to be your keeper and do something that I never thought I would be able to do for and with people. So I love you all so much. I love all the people who are watching so much. And let's start getting ready for season 2 when it happens. I'm not as coherent as I'd like to be because I've been DMing since about 4 o'clock my time until
Honey is a DMing machine.
yeah, and
You right down there, Emma? You good?
Shut the fuck up. How about that? How about you? Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
But I love you all. And if you ever need anything and you ever want anything, you can DM me. I don't always answer right away because I suck at social media. But I read them and I will do my best to respond, even if it's just saying a hello or I'm having a rough.
Hold up.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Shut the fuck up. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everyone chill out.
And thank you to Chromatic Chimera for hosting us. You didn't have to, but you did, and it means a lot that you're willing to take a chance on a group of goofy people coming together to tell a story that's botanical steampunk, because that's my brain. Yeah, I'm also thinking about combining pirate ships with mechs and doing kind of a pirate themed Pacific Rim.
We've definitely all volunteered to bring our personal characters here.
I think you're muted.
You're muted, beloved.
I love you.
We
And
love
remember
you.
to love you too.
Love you.